It's a festive song. Give me... let's see. Nostalgic. Nintendo eShop songs. Give me those. Hi, Otter. Oh shit, wait. The shine timer. I knew I was forgetting something. Okay. Ronnie! Oh my gosh, hi Ronnie. Thank you for the sub. How are you? How are you, Otter? How was your day? Happy Friday! Hi, Blake. Happy Friday. Sitawa. Sitawa, thank you for the sub. How are you? Happy Friday to you too. Meowdy. How are you, Sitawa? How was your day? Welcome, welcome. I'm good. How are you? Good. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Kaya, thank you for the prime. Thank you, friends. Oh my goodness. It's a hype train? What? What? Thank you, friends. Thank you for the subs right at the beginning of stream. Satara for 33, Kaya for 54, and Ronnie for 20. Wow. Thank you, friends. Yeah, my Friday was good. I had a good Friday. I'm okay, just doing nothing is good. You know what? Doing nothing is like peak, you know? How are you, Blake? How was your day? I did some homework earlier. At least you got a little bit productive. You got productive and everything. 54 months makes me feel old. Honestly, same. 54 months sounds like that's a long time. Like, there's like 12 months in a year. So 54 months, that's like 12 times 5 or something. I don't know, my math isn't good. Jesus Christ. Ooh, driving to band practice. Yeah, that's true. It's a hype train within 2 minutes. That's crazy. I can't believe this. I cannot believe. Hopefully you have a good band practice, Blake. Hopefully it goes by fast. I hope it does. Hope it's a good time. Goob goob time. 4.5 years. Is that really 4.5 years? That's crazy. Kaya. We're getting old. What the heck? Can time just like not? That would be fantastic. I would love that if time just stopped. That would be ideal, honestly. I would really like that. I would really like that. Just like, stop. I don't want to do anything anymore. I have to go to bed early tonight. Oh, Blake. Hopefully you get home early so you can go to bed early. Hi, Quinn. Quinn is here. Going to 2-hour drive? Oh, shit. That sounds not fun. Oh, Blake, good luck. 2-hour drive. We'll make sure you pee beforehand. And, get your snackies. Oh, you won't be driving. Okay. Thank God. I like driving, but I don't like driving for long periods at a time. Like, that's not fun to me. That's not fun. I prefer if someone else drive. TBH. TBH. Yeah, 2 hours is like, yeah, that's a big no. You don't like driving at all, Kaya? Like, is it a hard, like, I'm gonna be passenger princess forever? Honestly, I like being passenger princess. Though, like, if I have to drive, I will drive, like, kind of deal. But, like, I like it when, like, people drive me. I hated driving when I was learning. Yeah, it's not fun. It's like, I don't know. There's other things you can learn instead. Ooh, Smash tournament. Oh, for 2. That's fun. Blake, you have to let us know how that goes. That's super fun. Jimmy Butler going to the Warriors. Ooh, spill the tea. Spill the tea. How do you feel about that, Blake? I know, I like doing the same thing for more than 20 minutes. You know what? Fair enough, Kea. Fair enough. That's why you need, like, hobbies that, like, aren't really the same thing over and over again. You feel me? You gotta do something different. Do something different. So indifferent, Katie hates us for some reason. Why? What's the tea? Ooh. Oh, chat, there's an ad in 13 seconds. I should have said that earlier. There's an ad in 13 seconds. It's about to start. Woo! We'll get rid of the pre-rolls at the beginning of stream here, which will be fun. No pre-rolls. So, that'll be good. Yeah, happy Friday, friends. Hopefully it's a good Friday for y'all. Warriors are going to get Kevin Durant, but he didn't want to go back for some reason. Oh, I see. Maybe he has, like, a baby mama, like, in wherever the Warriors are, and he doesn't want to go there. That's what I'm learning, is like, oh god. Oh my gosh, Warlock! Thank you for the sub. Warlock, you got that sub in right as the hype train was about to end. That's crazy. What kind of tea have you been getting in with basketball, Kea? Hey, Animal Crossing best friend, I cannot believe it's been 52 months of wonderful streams. Remember that you are an amazing, wonderful, spectacular, beautiful person, and I always love seeing you on. I'm hoping to be sub for you for a long time, and thank you for over 4 years of safe, wonderful... I love you too, Warlock. Thank you. So sweet. Oh, stop! Stop, Warlock. You're too sweet. You're too kind. Oh, you played basketball in school for 4 years? Ooh, shit, Kea. That is Kea lore. I didn't know that. Yeah, no Hello Kitty tonight, Warlock. I gotta finish this game. I gotta finish Ace Attorney. Like, I really do want to play not Animal Crossing, Hello Kitty, but I gotta finish this game first. Next week is a Hello Kitty stream. That's true, Blake. You bring up a good point. Kea has done like everything. Kea is a smart math person. Kea knows like a million different languages. Kea is just everywhere. She's everything. This is why Kea for president, honestly. I'd be diggity down for that. Hi, Pokemon Girl. Oh, I'm sorry, Pokemon Girl. Hopefully you don't get any more ads. Pre-rolls should be over now. There should be no more pre-rolls for the next 30-ish minutes. So, you should be okay. Hopefully. Hopefully. Yeah, it is wild. Honestly, I would vote for Kea too. Though, yeah, I would vote for Kea. Yes. I was about to say, like, you don't have to be born in the US to be president, right? Or am I thinking wrong and you have to be born in the US to be president? Yeah, I am Canadian. It's true. Oh, you do actually? Oh, okay. So I was about to say, like, could I run for president? I feel like I would do a good job. Yeah, there you go. Kea can be president of the world. That's how we fix it. I technically get between 2 and got 5 ads. Oh my gosh, Pokemon Girl, I'm so sorry. You should not be getting that many ads. What the hell? You do, but not like for senator or rep or anything. Oh, okay, so you can like Oh, that's how because not Donald Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger. He is not born in the U.S. He's just an actor, dude, who lived in the U.S. You can be literally anything except president. I can be anything, you say. Even a worm, Blake? Even a worm? Tell me more. Tell me more. Just don't tell anyone you're Canadian. Honestly, I wear my Canadian badge with pride, though. Though, if I ran for anything in the US, I feel like I would get eaten alive. And, like, I am a proud Canadian, so I don't think I would want to run anything in the US because of that. You know? If you were a worm, I would still love you. Thank you, Blake. If I was a worm, would you still love me? Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger is just an Austrian guy. That's right. I entered stream and got 2, and then I got 3 more after your bot said pre-roll ads. Oh, Pokemon girl. I'm sorry. That is unfortunate. I guess that was just bad timing. Because in the first 7 minutes of stream, you get pre-rolls. And then on the 7th minute, you get an ad to stop the pre-rolls. So it's kind of like bad timing if you come in at like the 6-minute mark. Because you just got an ad, and then you get another ad like immediately after. This sounds made up, and it's unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. How are you all doing? Happy Friday. Matt will be here on stream in a moment. Today, maybe we'll beat Case 5. I don't know. I have to ask that when he comes in here. But the goal today is to get through a good chunk of Case 5, if not finish it. Thank you, chat, for the hype train. I appreciate it. Ooh, a hype chest. Open. What did I get? What is that? Oh, it's a frog. Frog ponder. Oh, it's cute. Ooh, Kea got like a cute laughing dog one. That's cute. There's so many hype train emotes now, I lost track. I used to be very like, I gotta get all the hype train emotes, and now there's too many, so I feel like, you know, I don't care that much. I don't care that much about the hype train stuff. You feel? So, there you go. Today's stream is gonna be a nice, chill, possibly quiet stream. And yeah. Hopefully it'll be fine. I technically should go back to Dual Destinies, but I have been wanting to play Lego. Ooh, Pokemon Girl. How much Lego have you been playing? What? How far? Like, do you want to start Dual like how far into Dual Destinies are you, Pokemon Girl? Because like, I mean, Dual Destinies, like, it's a good game, but I don't think it's like the best, in my opinion. 10K so I can get all the emotes. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? 10K would be nice. I want $10,000. Actually, I want more than $10,000. If you're gonna give me money, you gotta give me more than 10K. Like, if you were to be like, hey, Jay, I'm, you know, a rich guy. I would like to give you money. Would you like $10,000? I'd be like, okay, can you spare more than that, sir? At least 50K. 50K is like a good chunk of money that's like, good enough, you know? Like, it's not like, you know, $1 million, but it's not like, you know, it's not a little tiny thing. You know, you feel me? You feel me? 200% interest. I finished DC Supervillains with the bonus level. I'm halfway through level. Okay, you know what, Pokemon Girl? You might as well finish Lego Incredibles. I would say you might as well finish Lego Incredibles because you're already halfway through. If you're on Case 3, then you still have a lot of the game to go. Because Case 3 and 4 are quite long, from what I remember. I believe. I don't know if I'm remembering right. But they're long games. So, you know, if you married some guy and he made like $700K a year and you came to him and said, hey, I want to be a stay-at-home mom, and he said, no, my mom worked 3 jobs raising me, so you can't work, so you can work too, would you get a divorce? I think it depends, Kea. I think it depends. Okay. Me personally, even if I was a millionaire, I think I would still work a job just to keep me busy, you know? Because like, I don't think I would enjoy it. We did have children. Okay, if we had children, as long as, if my husband was making $700K a year and I was making my current salary, and we had children, I wouldn't mind working so long as the husband is providing like 99% of the household costs. If my husband was providing 99% of the household costs, I wouldn't mind still working, because I think working a job is like good for building character. It's good for, you know, like I wouldn't be bored all day, you know. Children grow up eventually and they go to school, and what would I do when they're at school? Nothing in the house all day? Like, that doesn't sound fun to me. But if the husband makes me contribute to the house 50-50, and I knew that he was making $700K a year, I would divorce him. Because at that point, it's not like, it's not an equal distribution of household income towards the household cost, you know? I don't want to marry this guy, but I would want to work and stay busy and also have some money for my own to spend and save for things if things go south. That's exactly my mindset, Satara. Hi, Seven. How are you? Katie didn't want to play with your money. We literally talked about that like earlier, Seven. I don't trust anyone making over 700K. You know what? Fair. Oh, you're on the legal school case. Oh, I see, Pokemon Girl. That takes a bit. Satara, this was someone calling into a podcast, and the guy actually made 900K. Oh, okay, Kaya. It was the guy on the podcast, like, was he... What was his, like, demeanor? Like, was he, like, talking down on his wife of, like, you have to live up to my mom's like, my vision of you to my mom's expectations and my vision of you? Because if it was like that, then I would divorce him. Because at that point, it's not about sharing equal household costs. It's about the man's expectation of, like, I don't like that. The podcaster said she should be a stay-at-home mom. Good! I'm glad the podcaster pushed back on that. Because if you had 3 kids, and the wife didn't... Like, I'm different, right? Like, I want to work. I would want to work while still raising children. I feel like that is a very, like, core being of myself. But if the wife wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and the man was not willing to provide that, even though he most definitely could, then I would divorce him. because raising children is also a job, you know? I mean, I guess we don't know the full story. Like, is the husband cooking and cleaning too? Is the household responsibility shared? If so, then maybe the household responsibility will fall into the wife now that she's a stay-at-home mom. No, he wasn't? Okay. Yeah, that just changes things then. That just changes things. Now the it's about control for the husband. It's about control for the husband at that point. That's what it sounds like to me. Yeah. See, for me personally, this is my personal thing. This is separate from, like, that real guy's situation. I would want to hold a job because, like, I've seen way too many women get, like, be in, like, really shitty situations and cannot leave because they have no income, right? From being, like, stay-at-home moms. And me personally, I looked up to my mom. For those that don't know, my mom, she's a very hardworking lady. We butt heads a lot. And there's a reason why we butt heads a lot. I'm stubborn and my mom is stubborn. We're both very stubborn people. And my mom worked. I saw my mom work 2 jobs to raise me and help offset the household costs with my dad. And I look up to that, me personally. And so I want to work and split household costs with the person that I end up, like, you know, sharing a household with. And that's just me personally, because I look up to that, you know? Gets my I'm ready to see Jay crash out sign. I mean, hi Aether. But then she was trying to say, like, they pay people to take care of the kids when they're both working, so it's, like, saving money. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that would, you know, if she if they're both paying to someone take care of the kids, you might as well have someone else take care. Like, you might as well have yourself take care of the kids as long as the husband can afford it. And in this case, he can. If I was making 100K with no kids, I would tell Emmy to stop working. The situation is insane to me. You know what, but Blake? That's... I appreciate that. That makes you a provider. A lot of men these days... This is turning into, like, J podcast. A lot of men these days do not want to be providers. And, you know... feminine equality... equal. I do agree that women should work or have the opportunity to work, but there's a lot of men nowadays that want a homesteader wife without having homesteader money, or not wanting to be not wanting to provide for their families. And it's just like you can't have both, you know? You can't have both. Previous to no-fault divorce, there are a lot of suspiciously widowed women. That's true. A lot of women did kill their husbands back in the 1900s. It's true. Thank you, Aether. I had a very relaxing evening after my crash outs on Wednesday. It was great. There's nothing wrong with being a provider. Some people take advantage of that, though. Yes. And, like, I'm not saying that women, like, you know, there are some women that, like, definitely would take advantage of the situation like that. But that's why that's why you get to know your partner before you marry them. You know? Now, one brother and his kids, a wife is a stay-at-home mom, but he provides financially. And, like... I imagine that it's like an equal household, Kea, where your brother provides for the family and his wife probably like takes care of the household. She probably does all the grocery shopping. She takes care of the kids. She probably cleans. She does laundry. She does all of that. And like that is like the fair split in the household. My parents were the opposite of that. Oh, hold on. There are men who want a woman to cook and clean and work, and like if she's not going to share the working responsibilities with you, you need to share some of the housekeeping abilities with her. Exactly that. I think the best case scenario for me is like work from home dad. Work from home sounds awesome for family life. Working from home is like, I love having that flexibility, you know? My mom worked and my dad was a stay-at-home dad. See? And like, that works for some people. That works for some people. You have one partner who's working. Bye, Blake. Have a good day. Have a good time at band. And he also helps out with the kids because he doesn't have a traditional 9-to-5 job. And like, see, that works for them. That works. I feel like, first of all, okay, do you know the first red flag? Why is that man going on a podcast talking about his family's business? Just go to therapy. Like, that is a huge, okay, well, that's a side thing, right? There's all these people out there that just throw their business out on podcasts and Reddit and like all of these like public forums. And it's just like, go to therapy, like literally go to therapy. Just go to therapy. There is nothing else you need to say in the public about your family's business. 900K cannot buy happiness or a sense of purpose. Miserable. I think 900K does provide security though. And with security, you get, you know, a whole bunch of other feelings associated with it, right? Like if I made on 900K, like that would be ideal. Like I make not a lot of money, but I make enough money to be comfortable, right? I'm comfortable. I get to travel a couple times a year. I have enough to save for retirement at the end of my paycheck. Like, I'm comfortable. I recognize that. But I'm not secure, you know? I don't feel secure in my job. And making 900K is like, that is like, oh shit, like I'm set, you know, like I'm set for life. I don't have to, if I get fired tomorrow after working 3 months of this job, like it's okay, you know? Oh shit, there's a ping on Discord. How long has that been there? Oh, Matt's been in VC for a while. Okay, I gotta grab, okay, I'll take him in for a second. Are we gonna ask Matt? We should ask Matt. Okay, hold on, wait a second. Hello? Hi! How long? I hope you haven't been waiting there long.
No, it's
Okay.
been like a few minutes.
Okay. Let me just set up
okay.
this thing. Hold on. Here. Okay, can you talk for a second?
Yes.
Okay, chat. Hello? How can you hear Matt okay?
Testing. One,
how
two,
does
three.
Matt sound? Can you hear him okay? We're just having a mini J podcast.
Mm-hmm. I have been here for a little bit watching.
Okay. Matt sounds. Yes, you can hear the Matt sounds. They sound okay.
I'm making many sounds right now.
Okay. Let me get the stream set up. How are you, Matt? How was your Friday?
It was alright.
It was alright.
Yeah. I had to take in my car because yesterday the check oil level light came on.
Oh, well, that's no fun.
But luckily it wasn't an issue or anything. I took it to my mechanic and I got an oil change and
good.
it's fine now.
Okay.
Like we checked the oil last night and it was like it was low, but it was like borderline because it was like intermittently like on and off.
Oh, I see.
As I was driving home yesterday.
I see.
On the way there, it didn't even light up, so it was like very borderline.
I see.
But yeah, I got an oil change.
Very
All
nice. Good. Sounds like a productive Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Yes, most of what I did today, pretty much.
Okay, chat. Are you ready for Ace Attorney? Are you ready? Yeah, we were having a podcast thing. Kaya mentioned. Oh shit, the Elgato's all messed up. Kaya mentioned that she was listening to a podcast, and this guy called into the podcast, saying that because he watched his mom growing up work 3 jobs to provide for the kids, that his wife should also work 3 jobs basically to provide for the kids. And I was like, ooh.
Well, is he working job?
Yes, the podcast thing was like so okay, here, I'll lay out the situation for you. We'll get your take on it. No judgments, okay? No judgments. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, let me share my screen too so you can see what the frick I'm doing. That's a good idea. So the guy called in and he makes like 900K a year, which already makes me think that the story is fake, but like anyway. He makes 900K a year, and his wife came up to him and said, "Hey, I would like to be a stay-at-home mom because they have 3 kids. They're paying for someone to take care of the kids anyway." And so the wife basically proposed like, "Hey, instead of like spending money to have someone else take care of the kids, like I can take care of the kids and provide for the household because you have a job that can provide for us now." And the husband disagreed and basically said, "No, you're going to still work because growing up, I saw my mom work 3 jobs to provide for us kids, and I want to see you do that, basically, and that's why you need to still work, and provide that way for the kids." And so he's basically asking the podcasters if he was in the wrong or if she was in the wrong. And so that was kind of the story behind that.
That's definitely a little crazy.
Yeah, right? You want to hear my take on it?
I mean, I heard like part of it.
Part of it? Okay.
When I started watching.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, yeah. At the point when just one person is making 900K, like that is the point where like you can kind of do whatever you want.
Right.
Really, like if one person's making that, you don't need the other person to work.
Right. Okay, thanks, Bowen.
I think the justification at the very least is wrong.
Okay, that's fair.
In that, like, he's basically forcing his wife to get a job just because his mom had one. Like, it's different. Like, I think it would be different if, like, they came to, like, a mutual agreement and she was like, I want to get a job for, you know, like, I don't know, just to contribute or something. Like, if she wanted to, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's kind of like the conclusion that I came to. Like, if she wanted to work, that's different. But she doesn't. She felt that, like, I guess she didn't feel like it was not needed.
I definitely think the guy is in the wrong, at the very least, because he's not giving his wife any agency.
That's fair.
Like, it's all his decision.
Yeah. My other thing was, like, why are you coming onto a podcast to talk about your family business? Just go to therapy. That was, like, my other...
Yeah, I mean, like... I think the reason why a lot of people do stuff like that is they just want attention.
That's fair.
Like, you know, they'll go on, like, podcasts or radio shows or whatever and air out their stuff just because they're like, oh, I get to be on the podcast I like, or the radio station. And they don't really regard the consequences of doing so.
Yeah, I agree. I major agree. Okay, I don't know. Hold on, before we continue this conversation, I don't know what to do next.
Okay, what section is this? What does it say on the save?
On the save? Ooh.
I was trying to remember what section we finished off on.
Turnabout
middle.
Middle.
Oh, no, I meant, like, the section at the bottom,
middle, suspicious steel samurai.
Alright, they are not labeled on the guide, but I'm just gonna assume it's the first middle. I'm pretty sure it's the first middle.
You know what? That's fair, Bowen. Like, anyone who makes 900k a year, you gotta be an asshole. And that, like, that story, Kea, screams, I am a narcissistic asshole. Like, that's what that sounds like to me. You know what's really distracting? Old Bag has, like, huge badonkadonkers in this costume, and that's very distracting. I don't like that. Like, distracting in an uncomfortable way, not like in a wooga way, but like in an I'm just gonna stand here so it covers. I'm just gonna stand here, chat, right there.
I kind of wonder if that's like a symptom of them redrawing all the sprites, because I don't remember like noting that when I played the original version of this.
You know what? Fair enough, Satara.
Okay, so...
Oh yeah, I gotta tell Matt about my crash outs on Wednesday. You're right, Aether.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, so on Wednesday, I had a crash out because in my... Okay, I was playing Pokemon on Wednesday, okay? And in my head, I was like, oh, ground type is resistant to fire type. And then my Pokemon died because I thought that the fire type wasn't going to do that much damage to my ground type Pokemon. And I was like, okay, like, and then I looked up a typing chart and ground is just neutral to fire types. And I crashed out because I was like, that doesn't make sense to me because ground means dirt and dirt doesn't burn. Like when there's a fire in like the forest, what they do is like they put dirt on it to like help suppress the fire because like they build like dirt walls and shit like that to like prevent the fire from spreading. And so I was like, why the frick isn't ground type resistant to fire? Because that makes sense to me. And then I was like trying to say like I get shit on. Not shit on. I don't know if that's the right word, but I'll use that word here. It's like I get shit on a lot because I've been playing Pokemon ever since I was 13 years old, and I still don't know my typings that well. And everyone's always like, "Oh, Jay, you should know your typings better now because like you've been playing Pokemon for like more than half your life." And I'm like, "Okay, but like some of these typings just don't make sense." Like that one, and I outlined the ground one. And then everyone's like, okay, but like actually the ground can catch on fire. And then someone in chat said, oh, have you ever heard of scorched earth before? Because the earth can be scorched and that's how the ground can catch fire. And I was like, okay, that's a very hyper specific example of the ground catching on fire. Like that is very, like, I'm not gonna know that very specific thing, you know what I mean? And like, it's just stupid. It's just dumb because that means that with that kind of logic, you can think of every hyper-specific situation for every typing. So that means every typing in Pokemon can just be null and void by a very hyper-specific example of a real-life scenario of something of that happening, you know? And so I was crashing out because I was like, it's dumb. It's stupid. And just like so that was my crash out. I ranted for like 30 minutes on stream about it, and then I ended stream by saying I need to go lie down and read my Hermione and Draco Malfoy fanfiction for 3 hours, and then I went to bed. So yeah.
I mean, I do think you're valid for
Thank you.
I do think you're valid for thinking that, because I know that type effectiveness specifically has messed me up before.
Thank you.
But I mean, some of the Pokemon type effectiveness, like they're just kind of built like that.
Yeah, I'm like
why is some of like the more niche ones I remember and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Like, Bug is 2 times effective against Dark.
Oh, that's a weird one. That's a weird one. What? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. That's stupid.
Okay, I know what the justification for Psychic is, and that's because like, you know, like you can be afraid of bugs.
Yeah. Bugs
Dark,
are more
I don't
evil than evil. I don't know, Satara. You know what? I've heard of that reasoning before, Matt. But the thing that freaks me up about like the human fear one, because it's like what? It's like Ghost, Dark, and Bugs that are super effective against Psychic, right? And like, I get that, but in my head and how I attribute the typings is like, I think that Psychic should be super effective against Ghost. And the reason is that, like, okay, so like in real life, okay, humor me for a second now, humor me. Okay, in real life, what do you do when there's a ghost in your house, right? Like, you call in horror movies, you call up the local priest to like pray and bless your house and exorcise the demons that are in your house. And in Pokemon, the equivalent of praying, in my opinion, is Psychic, because Psychic can like, you know, do all the woo, like, you know, like all the like, ooh, like there's like, you can throw like shit at things and like that will exorcise the ghost. And so that's why that one doesn't make sense to me, because that I feel like I get it, Psychic is the brain and stuff like that, but it's just, for me, I always frick up Ghost and Psychic because I think the opposite, that Psychic is more powerful than Ghost, you know? Yeah.
I think Psychic was strong against Ghost in Gen 1. Like it wasn't meant to be, but I think it was.
Oh.
Like it was, because Gen 1 is like a buggy mess.
Yeah, it is. Satara. In real life and horror movies? Okay, in real life too, though. In real life too, you call a priest to bless your house from like, you know, all the evil shit that could be happening in your house. My parents got their house blessed when they first moved in because I quote, they sensed the vibes were off or something, and so they had the house blessed by a priest. And
me personally, I wouldn't really associate like anything related to like priests or like the church with like psychic. Like there isn't, I wouldn't say there's really even like an equivalent in Pokemon unless they had a light type. Because that's what I associate, like I associate that type of thing with like
I see.
Like something like blessed sounds
yeah.
Blessing or bless would be like, you know, kind of like a light type thing in my head.
That's fair. That's
what I associate it with.
That's very fair.
I mean, I think psychic, you just gotta think about it like in the frame of mind that it is the mind.
Yeah, I guess so. I think the other thing that messes me up on psychic is like the reason why I associate psychic abilities with like being effective against ghosts is there's a lot of anime that associates that kind of distinction. Mob Psycho is like the one that I thought of after stream that I was like, why do I think this? And Mob Psycho is like the anime where psychic people like exorcise ghosts and shit. And I didn't make that connection until after stream, so I wanted to bring that up on this stream, actually. And so I was like, okay, like, see, that makes sense to me. That makes more sense to me now that psychic should be. So, yeah. But, like, you bring up another point, Matt, is why is there a dark type but there's no light type? There should be a light type. Like, what the frick is bug? Like, why is that there? That doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I mean, bugs are like animals, you know?
But, like, there's no other animal type, Matt. There's no other, I guess dragon and fairy. But, like, they don't even, like, associate with each other in the typing triangle.
That's true. I didn't even think about that at all.
Right? Like, everything else is an element.
Only animal type.
Right? That's what I'm saying! I'm like, I don't understand. Dragon is light type,
what else are you gonna call bugs?
That's true. That's true. Ugh. Anyway, that was my crash out on stream. Because I was like, this doesn't make any sense to me. Pokemon logic is Pokemon logic, and I'm just gonna have to cope. And yeah, I like when Jay crashes out.
You know what a controversial one I think should exist is? Not type effectiveness. Okay. I think fighting should be weak to fighting.
Fighting should be weak to fight. You know what? I also think that because like. What you do when you're fighting? You fight other people. And then you only lose when someone else, like, punches you better. So fighting should be... you know what? I like the way you think, Matt. That's exactly what I would think. It's
like, or not inverse, but, it's like the correlation between fighting and ghosts, because, like, they're, you know... Although, it is... That is kind of another weird one, too. Ghost can hit fighting, but not normal.
Yeah. Yes! Oh my god! Don't get me started on that, Matt! Don't get me started on that! You don't punch a ghost! So why is it that it's only normal that isn't, like, affecting ghost type? That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense.
No, I'm saying from the other way around. Like, ghost can hit fighting. Fighting can't hit ghosts.
It can't? I thought normal can't.
Both of them can.
Both of them can. Okay, well that's
fighting and normal.
That's stupid.
Cannot hit ghosts. But ghost can't hit normal, but it can hit fighting.
Okay, that's dumb. That's dumb. That's a dumb one. Ugh. Yeah. Ugh. I don't know, Matt. I don't know. I'm very jaded by Pokemon typing. I hate it. I hate it. I've been playing Pokemon for forever, and this shit doesn't make any sense to me. It's so upsetting. It's so sad. I can't get hit by ghosts, normal, or fighting. Ugh. That's stupid.
Remember when Spiritomb used to have no weaknesses?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Before
shit.
Fairy Spiritomb wasn't weak to anything.
My god.
That's why you would always see hacked Wonder Guard Spiritombs.
What? Oh my god. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so funny.
In like before Gen 6, Spiritomb had no actual weaknesses. So if you put Wonder Guard on it, it couldn't get hit.
Oh wow. That's pretty.
But I mean, Wonder Guard is not an ability that Spiritomb should have.
I agree.
It doesn't have it. It's a Shedinja only ability, but people would hack it onto Spiritombs. It was funny.
Oh. That's kind of messed up. I will, Aether. I will. Very excited. Okay, Matt. Where do I go? Did we figure it out?
Not exactly.
Okay. Because I checked this entire room and I have a check mark on everything. And on my logic, I only have one thing on my logic.
Okay, so... Oh, wait. Okay, I clicked on the wrong one.
Oh.
Did you, What's your logic right now?
Shared chimney? Yes, shared chimney.
Okay. Have you talked to Old Bag yet?
Let me talk to her again. Yes, I have.
Okay.
Have a good lurk, Bowen. I like the music that plays.
Do you have ladies undershirt in your organizer, right?
Let's check. Ladies undershirt. Yes.
Yes.
I do.
All right.
With that, do I present that to Old Bag?
You have to present that to Old Bag.
Yeah. Okay. This is what we got hung up on last stream. I didn't know what to do. I mean, I guess that makes sense that I present this to Old Bag. If you could please take a look at this brown-colored undershirt. Oh, Edgy Poo, what is the meaning of this? Why did you steal that thing from my bags? All you had to do was ask. I would have gladly given you as many as you'd like. Thanks, but no thanks. This shirt was found here at the crime scene. What? Come now, why don't you just confess and explain what it's doing here? I know nothing. Nothing, I tell you. What? Oh, I admit, I used the fireplace to dry that shirt. But I can't really help the fact that I had it to, you know. Wearing that pink princess costume was like being in a sauna. And on top of that, I get fingered as a... Okay. I get fingered as a suspect. You're too cruel, Edgy Poo. Are you claiming that you never once set foot inside this room? Of course I am. If I had been the one to find the body, do you think I'd be as calm and relaxed as I am? I tell you, it's always... oh, okay, now she's talking. We'll let her talk it out.
She's going at it.
Yeah. I'm not reading all that. Okay. Well, I don't believe she is lying about her actions, so I can safely assume she really was drying her shirt by the fireplace on her break. And somehow, the undershirt managed to move from the next room to this one. Ooh, okay, now I do the logic of the shared thing. Brilliant mind of yours, you really can see through everything about me. And so the feeling of dread continues, but I suppose I should ask for more details. Samurai dogs. That samurai dog was yours, wasn't it? Oh, of course. I'm forever yours, my edgy wedgy poo. If you could just stick to what I asked you. Edgy, are you and Miss Old Bag? No! You really don't change, do you? When will you learn how to take a joke? Anyway, that samurai dog wasn't mine. Those things are present from the studio, are a present from the studio to the embassy. A present? The studio bigwigs basically told us to play delivery boys. We were supposed to hand the dogs off to the embassy people and tell them hi. We had to pile them all in our pushcart just to move them all. Those studio guys should have delivered those things by themselves. Right, Edgy? So you did deliver the samurai dogs to the embassy staff per your instructions? Hey, Edgy, don't just ignore me and my question. Are you gonna stick up for me? Ah, about that. See, after the show, I went to rest a spell in the dressing room. Because of my bad hip, you know. And there they were. The samurai dogs were just sitting on the dressing room floor. Samurai dogs. I suppose you had to make make preparations for distributing them after the show. Well, if by preparation you mean sampling them as well. Excuse me? Oh, I tried one and thought they were actually quite good. Sorry, but I just had to find out. I know it was silly of me to think this, but I figured that since they're for a kids show, their taste was probably for kids too. But they were so good that I couldn't stop. Before I went back to my room, I just had to help myself to half a dozen or so boxes. Half a dozen or so boxes?! As I sat there by the roaring fire, warming them and eating them, I thought, this is... What is it now? Oh, I know. I bet you want a box too, don't you, my edgy poo? Well, who am I to say no to you? But I'll only give you one. The rest are all for me. Okay. Looks like the lesson for today is that when the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess take off their masks, they transform into a pair of annoying troublemakers. Okay, now we logic. Oops, wrong button. Logic. The shared chimney. And the undershirt. Woohoo! Yay! The lady's undershirt that Missile found. Arrgh! Why are you getting all excited over holding a lady's undergarment? Miles Edgeworth, you uncouth sea slug! If you know the owner of said undershirt, then hurry up and return it to her already. You have it all wrong! This is evidence! And the owner of this piece of evidence was in the room next door. And yet, despite that, Missile found it in the fireplace of this room. This lady's undershirt. Are you seriously claiming that it somehow passed through a solid brick wall? Not quite. The fireplace in this room is connected to a chimney. The other fireplace in the other room is also connected to the same chimney, leading us to the possibility that the two fireplaces are connected to each other. Perhaps a closer look at the back of the fireplace is in order. There's an X on the back wall of the fireplace. Let's see if I can get a better look at it. Ooh! What's in the wall separating this room's fireplace from the next room's fireplace apparently turns. As I suspected, the fireplace does indeed connect to this room to the neighboring room. The neighboring room? There appears to be nothing particular about the next room. But the fact that there is nothing special about the next room isn't what's important. It's the fact that there is a secret passageway through the room's fireplace. We know that the fireplace connects the two rooms, but how exactly is that significant? You aren't going to suddenly name the old lady as Delmask's 2 seconds killer, are you now? No, she couldn't move at all because of her stiff hip, so she could not have been the one. Unfortunately, I believe that this fireplace has nothing whatsoever to do with Delmask's murder. Are you sure? You remember Delmask? Seemed like a... He seemed like he's kind of milquetoast. He didn't really do anything in the story yet. I would appear that the answer has made itself known. You're making quite a confident face there, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, he is? How come I don't remember this at all? Bring it on. I'm ready to counter any argument you may have. Very well then, if you are prepared. I'll show you exactly where my deductions have led me. Good, I'm counting on you, Edgy. Leave it to me, Larry. My first attack will be to expose your lie for what it really is. My lie? I know that there is still something you are keeping from the rest of us. What's wrong with you? Why is it you won't believe me no matter what I say, Edgy? Curse you. I should just hurry up and die already if that's how you're gonna be. I'll confess to every murder in the whole world and then kill myself. And I'll throw everything into mass confusion. You made some wonderful friends as a child, I see. Larry, I only have one thing to say to you. Even if you make that face at me, it's no use. A man who is ready to die is strong-willed, you know. Larry, it doesn't matter what sort of harebrained trouble you've caused. I only ask that you do not lie to me. If you cause an innocent person to be judged unfairly because of insipid lie, I will never forgive you. Edgy. Although, allow me to say that I consider you to be among the innocent in this case, and that I will draw the real killer out. You can trust me on this. Alright. This time I'll tell you the whole truth, okay? What happened, what didn't happen, the works. Just what happened will do. Now then, if you would please testify as to what you did up on the roof tonight. Up on the rooftop, reindeer paws. After the show, I left the pushcart in the rose garden. I came into the embassy. Then, they took a picture of me shaking hands with the ambassador. After that, and until my next appearance, I had some free time, so I wandered around. That's when I spotted the chimney. A chimney like that is a rare thing, you know. So then I wanted to play Santa and decided to give it a try. A very odd thing to suddenly play Santa with, but okay. Larry, I thought I just finished telling you not to lie anymore. But it's kind of ultra embarrassing. And then what exactly is so ultra embarrassing that you can't tell me? Edgy, man, I just said it was embarrassing, so of course I can't just blurt it out. So you're just gonna have to reason it out of me. Oh my god, oh my gosh. Poor Edgeworth! He's got the patience of a saint. Oh my god. As your superior, I command you to hurry up and expose this man's lie. I have every intention to. I'm not about... Okay. Okay, Edgeworth. Press everything. Press.
Hold it.
You left the pushcart. Could you please clarify that statement for me? Yeah, so the wheels on the pushcart got covered in dirt from the rose garden. It would have made a mess on the floor inside, so Ambassador Alba said to just leave it. Would be rather impolite to dirty another country's embassy. Come to think of it, I recall seeing the pink princess on the way to the embassy. And what was she doing? Nothing in particular, because she was being carried by some docs on a stretcher. She must have been incapacitated by the pain in her bad hip that she suffered during the show. I thought you were... I thought you were lurking. Oh, Bowen. See, Bowen knows. Bowen's got the strat, Sitara. Then they took a picture of me shaking hands with the ambassador. Press. So you shook hands with the ambassador of the kingdom of Elabas, did you? Yeah, can you believe it? I did something really cool for a change. But honestly speaking, there's nothing interesting about shaking some guy's hand. Hey there! Are you disrespecting another country and their very own embassy? As someone with roots in this country, I'm feeling nothing but incredible shame at this second. Agreed. I apologize for his inconsiderate words. Now, Larry, please continue. What is with all of you? You keep saying that kind of thing, and I'll tell you only lies. You're already telling us nothing but lies, so let it go and move on. Alright already, you don't have to glare at me like that, Edgy. After that, and until my next appearance, I had some free time, so I wandered around. Where did you go? Oh gosh. Tortuga, thank you for the raid! How are you? Thank you so much for the raid. How was stream? What were you up to? I'll do a quick shout out at Tortuga. There we go. Among Us? Oh, how was Amongy? I hope that was a fun time. Did you get any good wins? Winning is fun. There's a lot of shit in Among Us now, chat. Like, it's kind of crazy. They got, like, not battle passes, but, like, the more you play, you can unlock things, like in Fortnite. Tried to be failed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Tortuga. Yeah! Matt, like, the last time we played Among Us, like, there was, like, a cute little hat that I wanted to play, but you had to play, like 5 more games after everyone stopped playing, and I was like, I'm not gonna play Among Us for 5 more games. Like, does not sound like fun to me. Hatsune Miku in Among Us? What's in yeah, Hatsune Miku's in Fortnite now, which is kind of crazy. Like, That's wild. I saw her outfit, her little pink outfit. It was so cute. I wanted it so bad, but like I don't play Fortnite enough to like justify, you know. I think you have to pay for it or something. There's like some Hatsune Miku outfit or whatever they have to pay for. I can't remember if it was the Neko one or if you just have to play, but yeah, I didn't feel like paying money to Fortnite for it. Larry, I want you to listen very carefully and take this to heart. The whole point of your life is to cause misery and pain to everyone you encounter. I know, I get it, I'm totally the bad guy again. I thought you were his friend. Don't you think that was a bit harsh? Lang Z says, true friends are bosom friends. If you are in trouble, call on your bosom friend, whose shoulder you can truly cry on. Hey, bosom buddy, I hope you're listening carefully to my testimony. Has it crossed your pea-sized brain yet that Agent Lang is only out to arrest you, Larry? Now then, you were wandering around inside the embassy, and then what happened? That's when I spotted a chimney. A chimney like that is a rare thing, you know. What's so different about it? I would hardly think that chimneys are that rare. Agreed, especially since they are a traditional feature of American houses. Plus, many grand buildings have even larger and fancier chimneys. Yeah, but the kind of chimney I'm talking about is the really romantic type. A romantic chimney? That might sound kind of silly, but some women seem to really enjoy them. And I had a good feeling about that chimney. So then I wanted to play Santa. I decided to give it a try. Oh my god. You suddenly wanted to play Santa. Oh, well, actually, I dressed up as Santa once before already. That was down at Gourd Lake. I appreciate it if you wouldn't dredge up such unnecessary memories for me. Heh, sounds like you guys share a lot of history. A perk of being childhood friends, huh? Besides, it's not a felony to dress up and play Santa, you know. Santa doesn't go around killing people after he comes down a family's chimney, after all. Actually, it is worth delving into whether or not playing Santa is a big deal. Yes, because you're supposed to be doing your job, being the Steel Samurai. Actually, I believe in the case of this man, playing Santa is actually quite a big deal. Are you saying that your buddy isn't exactly made of Santa-quality stuff? Precisely, you hit the nail on the head, Agent Lang. Hey, Edgy, that's so incredibly mean! Tell me something, Larry. Did you know that Santa's job is to deliver presents to people all over the world? Of course I know that! I did graduate from junior high, you know. In that case, it's your turn to tell me something. I want you to tell me to whom you were delivering a present to. I was delivering a present to a child, not basking in the warm glow of love. That must be the most elegant description of you I've ever heard, but a lie is still a lie. You sure know how to kick a guy when he's down, you know that? In any case, the person you wish to deliver a present to most certainly was this. It was his old bag, but he didn't know it was old bag. Yeah, that makes sense. Heh, interesting taste you have there, Mr. Suspect. Don't spread lies about me! I totally didn't want to see Miss Oldbag so much that I try to go down a chimney. Oh! I advise you to stop right there in your bashing of a lady. Well, I must admit that I myself hardly ever had the want to run into that lady. However, what if you were misinformed and under the wrong impression? Then what? Define wrong impression. I simply mean the man before you thought to enter the old lady's room without knowing one very important fact. And that fact is best summed up with this. Oh god. What would prove her old bag mistakes had from bad penmanship? Is it this? I'll be descending on you from tonight, your loving night. Oh, this one. It has to be this one. A request for Miss Oldbag. Stand in for Mindy, the pink princess who fell. Yes, this one. This is something the old lady received from her employer for the night. The girl who normally plays the pink princess, Mindy. Was it again? It seems that this man is quite taken with the actress. But that's not true, Edgy. She's the one with the hots for me. I just know it. I can feel her sexy beam piercing my heart when she's watching me. Sexy beam, I tell you. You filthy, despicable, inconsiderate, fickle, idiotic, cowardly apparition of a man. You haven't matured at all since we last met. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Yes? This guy, he's got bigger problems than just getting up involved in murders, I take it. I suppose you could put it that way. Hey, what the heck, man? Don't you guys get it at all? Why do you all have to make me out to be some bad guy? To return to the original topic, I propose at least this much has been made clear. Without any knowledge that Miss Mindy had fallen ill, Larry tried to make his way into the Pink Princess's room. That much we know for sure. Ooh. Hey, Edgy, looks like I got the hang of this court thing now. But we're not in court at the moment. Shut up! I see what's going on here, and it looks just like what you do in court. I guess the old boy here has something he'd like to say. Lang Zi says, until the root of the tongue dries, one never knows the whole truth. You shouldn't form conclusions until everything is out in the open, which is why I'll listen. Alright, I'll get ready to listen to me defeat Edgy in a battle of wits. Larry, have you forgotten should I lose, your victory prize will be your arrest? That's so true. Come on! Oh, man, Larry is so insufferable in this game so far, Matt. I really liked him in the first game, but this is like, it's making him so insufferable. Like, yeah. I hate it. Ugh. Ugh. It's so annoying. So you think that all I wanted to do was go visit Mindy? Well, I dressed up as Santa and climbed up to the chimney, but the smoke was really thick. It was a case of mistaken identity, and that mistake made me late for the speech. Then, to chop it all off, I became a suspect in a murder. That's what you really meant. But why would I ever put myself through so much humiliation on purpose? I mean, you wouldn't. You're just very unlucky, Larry. Hey, someone say something! Larry, are you seriously trying to submit this not as a confession, but as testimony? So what if I am? Is there something wrong with that? My claim is a claim, claiming my claim. Do you have a problem with that? So it was you! You're my stalker. But I should warn you, it doesn't matter what kind of flattery you throw at me. I'm the devoted type of woman who's wholly focused on one man and oh my god. Uh-huh. 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 I'm so inspired! You're such an inconsiderate, cowardly, idiotic, and all-around completely worthless man. I thought I heard something ominous just now, but perhaps it was just my imagination. I believe there is nothing further for me to prove at this point. What do you mean? Of course you still got something to prove. You still have to show me some proof that I was trying to meet up with Mindy. Proof, you say? Remember, Edgy? Everything is evidence in court, right? You mean evidence is everything in court, Larry? But I understand your point. Yes, see, I'm totally pro at this now. Very well, if you wish to see the evidence, then let me show you the last piece of evidence you'll ever wish to see. Okay, I gotta figure out which one to present that note to. You think all I want to do is go visit Mindy? I guess I'll just press. Ugh. Well, I have been saying that for a while now. After all, if not for that, then for what other reason did you wish to go down that chimney? You can't say that without any evidence. That's against the rules, Edgy. Hey, thanks for keeping the prosecutor in line for me, Mr. Suspect. I have the evidence, and if you wish to see it that badly, I can introduce you to. Ah, but it's not good to keep them waiting, my subordinate. Hurry and show them already. Lies! All lies, Edgy! Well, if you wish to lie, then by all means continue, because I'm ready to expose your lie at a moment's notice. You won't get the better of me. Now, let's see. I climbed to the chimney, but the smoke was really thick. Was the smoke coming from the chimney really that thick? You bet! It was so thick I had tears pouring out of my eyes. It was a mess. I see. You do realize that you've just confirmed for us your chimney escapade? What? That's totally unfair! You tricked me, Edgy! Hardly. You simply have yet to master how to counter this cross-examination technique. Well, what if I just said, I had the slip of the... No, I mean, I said the wrong thing! Besides, isn't this what you really meant to say about what I did tonight? It was a case of mistaken identity. That mistake made me late for the speech. I'm not quite sure how you could mistake that actress for this lady. Oh, Edgy Poo, are you staring at me? Oh, are you finally succumbing to my feminine charms? I should think that the Steel Samurai is the one who should know all about your charms. Cross-examination. Contamination! What? Me? Edgy, what are you trying to do to me? Nothing, simply that the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess are husband and wife. Aw, my poor little Edgy Poo jealous. If you could please drop that line of discussion right this instant. But Edgy, I told you I already have Mindy. Speaking of Mindy, exactly what kind of woman would you say she is? Edgy, are you seriously telling me you don't know who the Mindy is? She's just like what her name means. She's super sweet with a great smile. Don't mean to brag, but she's one of the troupe's fastest rising stars. Interesting. Huh, so you're saying a woman like that is what made you late to the speech? Huh? Curse you too! Why is everyone out to make a suspect out of me? Look, all I can say is this. I was late to the speech. And then to top it all off, I became a suspect in a murder, and if that's what you really meant. But why would I ever put myself through so much humiliation on purpose? Okay, I'm going to present on the first one, because I think it's the first one. I don't think it's the last two. Present. Larry, don't even think about denying that you have knowledge of this letter. Hey! What are you showing that thing to me? Wendy, I'll be descending on you from above tonight, your loving knight. Well, isn't that just romantic? But you weren't able to descend on her from above, were you, Mr. Loving Knight? Duh! I have no idea what you're talking about! I don't remember a thing! You can pretend to be ignorant all you like, but it's written right here. This letter proves that you were not out to meet the old lady, but rather that you were attempting to pay Miss Mindy a visit. What part of the letter shows that person Larry had intended to meet Mindy? Right here, where it says Mindy? Larry, I suggest you take up penmanship lessons. That is, if you never wish to experience this level of embarrassment ever again. Well, what the heck? What are you talking about? Speak English. You wrote Mindy so sloppily. MAO15, thank you for following. That it became Wendy to the average eye. Hey, stop picking on me. It's so embarrassing. There. Isn't that what childhood friends are for? They're the best, aren't they? For punching, but that'll have to wait until we're off this crime scene. Hey, Edgy, save me from the scary man! Sure, if you're willing to make amends, starting with your incredibly embarrassing mistake. That wasn't me! Come again? It's a fake! Someone's out to get me, so they made that fake letter to set me up! Accept your defeat graciously. But you guys are being so mean. Oh my god, Larry, please. Penmanship analysis. What's that? No matter who, all people have a certain unique features in their handwriting. Ergo, all we have to do is compare the handwriting in this letter to a sample of yours, and we'll know soon enough who it was that sent this letter. I'll never write another thing in my life. Tisk. It's no use, Mr. Loving Knight, for you've already graciously provided me with a sample of your handwriting. It was this one. This autograph in our mysterious letter. Hi, Sailor Rusi! How are you? Welcome. Happy Friday. If we compare the handwriting, we'll know the answer to our question soon enough. Confess now, Larry, to your miserable failure. What's your fun question? Do tell. I'm sorry. I did it. It was me causing trouble again. I'll admit it. You hit the nail on the head, Edgy. So he finally confesses. I saw the Pink Princess being carried around in a stretcher and got worried, alright? I wanted to go into Mindy's room, but the doctors wouldn't let me in. So what choice did I have? It was the chimney or bust, Edgy. If you could have any tail, what tail would you have? Ooh, that's hard. You know what, Sailor Rusi? How, do you have an answer, Matt? What tail would you have?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I would need to think about that.
Okay, I have two answers for you, Sailor Rusi. One the first tail that I would have would be a cat tail because they're kind of cute and I like them. But my realistic answer, like if tails were acceptable, my realistic answer would be a monkey tail. Because monkey tails, like, you can control them, because that's how monkeys like hang from shit and stuff. So it would be nice if I had like a quote unquote third hand to like hold things for me. So I would have a monkey tail, because it's like practical. It's like I can like hang from things, or I can hold things, and I can, you know, I have an extra hand in the kitchen when I'm cooking and stuff like that. So slap the shit out of someone! Oh my gosh. Oh. What were you saying, Matt?
I can definitely see the appeal of that.
Yeah, right? That's good. Oh, a kangaroo tail. A kangaroo tail, if I was a fighter, I would do kangaroo tail. Because, like, kangaroos can, like, put their entire weight on their tail type deal. And so, like, that shit's, like, that's, like, good if you're fighting people, you know? That's a good one. That's good. Yeah, monkey tail. No, that's what I would pick. A schmonkey.
I might need to agree with that.
Yeah, you do monkey
Practicality
tail.
is...
Right?
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. Beaver tail is good. I like beaver tail because, like, that's kind of a cute one. But I gotta go with monkey tail. I gotta go with my heart, Sailor Rusi. Monkey tail's where's my heart's at. And I like monkeys. They're cute. Your mind jumped from the door to the chimney? What a criminally overactive imagination. Well, at least I was honest and wrote Mindy a letter and stuck it under the door. That way she wouldn't be so shocked when I came down through the chimney. Except for the fact that the letter was an utter failure at conveying that said sentiment. I'm really, really sorry. Larry, you may be a shameful, good-for-nothing blight on the face of humanity. However, I always knew you weren't the killer. I told you to trust me, because at the very least, I can attest to that about you. Edgy, you're... We've lost a lot of valuable time because of you. Exactly! I'm on Franziska's side now. Like, what the frick, Edgeworth? Oh my god. Larry, get your shit together. Why did it take Edgeworth so long to drill that out of you? In any case, I believe we can say we now know exactly what happened. Mr. Larry Butts sought to climb down the chimney, not for access to the crime scene, but to enter the room of the elderly lady next door. Great job, Mr. Prosecutor, although I still find it a bit unbelievable that the two of you are friends. But the suspicion on the guy over there isn't completely resolved yet, so don't get any funny ideas about running off, okay? No, hey, what? Edgy, what does the Wolfman mean when he says I'm not off the hook yet? He means the murder weapon. Larry, did you forget? There are 2 layers of suspicion hanging over your head. That's exactly what I mean. We can't only rely on the words of the suspect, after all. Had a nightmare about the capuchin monkey last night? What's the capuchin monkey? What's that? What's a capuchin monkey? That sounds scary. One of my favorite YouTube videos is, I can't remember his name, but he made a YouTube video about, it's like a story time of how when he was younger, his dad brought home a monkey. Like, he worked a cigar shop, and then his dad, like, had a customer come into the cigar shop and asked, like, do you want a monkey? And the dad said yeah, and so the dad brought the monkey home, and then the monkey started going crazy because it's a monkey, and then the monkey tried to kill the dad, but the dad, like, covered his throat just in time to prevent the monkey from, like, killing him. And then, but there was still blood everywhere. And so the wife called 911, and it was like, yeah, there's a monkey tried to kill my husband. And then the police were like, what, like, does she mean monkey by, like, a robber? Like, is she calling a robber a monkey? And so the police came, and then they saw it was an actual monkey. And the police, like, didn't know what to do, because it was, like, the first time. Okay, I gotta find that video. It's a really good video. I'll share it in chat. It's a really good video. Monkey. Where is... Oh, man. Okay, I need more keywords. What? Because when you search up monkey on YouTube, it brings up a bunch of videos that do not mean anything. Oh, what's his name? What's the YouTube channel's name? Now I'm bothered. Oh my god. YouTube is just, like, YouTube is so useless now. All I get in the search results are just, like, absolute garbage, slop, AI slop! I hate this. It's so frustrating. I know I subscribed to
Google
the guy.
really sucks now, too.
It does! It does! Oh my god. Oh, I found it! I found the video! I found the video! I found it. Okay, chat. This is a good video. It's called My Grandpa Made Monkeys Illegal in Sweden. It's a good video about how this guy's grandpa made monkeys illegal in Sweden. Please crash about AI slop. Okay, Satara, I ran into my not very first, but like, yeah, monkeys are illegal in Sweden because of this guy's grandpa, apparently. I'm trying to think. So I was looking for baking recipes. No, Sitara! The grandpa was the one who had the monkey. Okay, hold on. We gotta watch this video. Hold on. We're gonna do a quick reaction stream thing on here. Hold on. Here. It's good. Okay, legend. Exactly, the grandpa's a legend. Hi, Josh. How are you? Welcome to stream. Okay, the video's only 5 minutes long. And so, here, I'll share my screen to you, Matt, so you can watch it too.
Okay.
Where's my... There it is. Okay. Hold on. And then... Okay. And then... I'm gonna... How are you, Josh? How was your Friday? How was it? Do you have any plans for the weekend? Change windows to my monkey. My grandpa made monkeys illegal in Sweden. Okay. Are you ready, chat? Are you ready? I'm ready. Okay.
In Sweden. And somewhere in this weird Scandinavian land, my grandpa owned a tobacco shop. He had many customers who would come in every day and buy tobacco as usual, but one day a man came in and asked, "Would you like to buy a monkey?" Now, under any normal circumstance, there's a lot of questions you would ask this man or yourself, such as, where did this monkey come from? What would I need a monkey for? What kind of business leads a man to walk around and sell monkeys? But as it happens, this man had struck gold. My grandpa loved monkeys. For some context, this was the late 1960s, and the biggest thing around in Sweden was Pippi Longstocking, who had a pet monkey.
I forgot.
So as far as anyone knew, monkeys were just these cute, lovable, innocent creatures. So my grandpa calls my grandma, who is at home, and asks, "Can I buy a monkey? Is it okay if I bring home a monkey, please?" And my grandma thinks he's joking and says, "Yeah, sure, why not? Bring home a monkey." And immediately, the shop is closed, Grandpa comes home with a monkey in a cage, and my grandma is understandably upset. This was not what she actually thought was going to happen. But what are you going to do about it? Ask the mysterious man for a refund? So this was their life now. They owned a monkey. They had this monkey in a cage for 6 months. And not that that's an okay thing to do, but that was what happened. And the monkey was screeching all day, throwing poop. It was smelly. And my mom, who was a kid at the time, and my grandma, they hated it. But not my grandpa, who loved it more than anything. Eventually, my grandpa started letting it out of a cage every now and then, trying to get it accustomed to apartment life. And then one day, when he was watching TV, the monkey suddenly bit him in the heel. My grandpa lifted his leg up, the monkey still attached to his leg, and blood was pouring out everywhere. And luckily, my grandpa had researched macaque monkeys a little bit, and he knew this was when they intended to kill something.
At the museum.
They will bite animals in their heels to limit their movement, and then they will slit their throats to kill them. So my grandpa covered his neck up, and right after, the monkey goes after his neck trying to scratch it, but it doesn't manage to. The monkey just gives up and goes back into the kitchen. By the way, as this quick thing happens, my mom is seeing all of this, and my grandma comes in having heard the commotion,
Oh
and
my
grandpa
God.
is bleeding all over the room, and everyone are screaming. My mom runs out of the apartment to
Hi,
go tell her
Aiden, how
neighbors
are
the
you?
monkey is loose, and everyone are looking at her confused, like, what? What's wrong with this kid? Grandma is calling 911 and yelling into the phone, that goddamn monkey finally did it, he's killed my husband! Which only made the operator confused and assumed she was talking about some man. The ambulance and police arrived very quickly, and my grandpa is bleeding out on the floor. And the police asked Grandma, well, alright, where did the man go? And she's like, hey, the monkey is in the kitchen. And the police go inside the kitchen, and there's a monkey in there. The police have no clue what to do.
Oh
They
my
were
God.
expecting a man, so they have to leave to get more policemen and a net to try and capture the monkey. Unfortunately, this did not work out, and the police instead shot the monkey dead. I know this sucks, but this was the attitude of the time. Can't handle an animal, just kill it. Grandpa is being transported to a hospital, the police carry out a dead monkey, and the neighbors are going crazy. They had heard a lot of screeches and weird noises the past months, but they were completely unaware there was a monkey in the building. As a result, this story became big, and it was all over the
I don't know,
news. And even though no journalist got the chance to interview my grandpa, he is nonetheless quoted in the media having said, I want to get a gorilla next. And hey, says the press, maybe your neighbor owns a monkey and you don't know it, and maybe that monkey wants to rip your face off, because turns out there's no law in Sweden about owning a monkey or any kind of exotic animal. So shortly after this incident, the news are circulating around, and quickly a law is passed. Monkeys, along with other exotic animals, are now illegal to possess in Sweden. And as my mom grew up over the years, she would introduce herself to people, and they would often go, that surname, I feel like I recognize that somewhere. So, have you learned anything from this story? Let's take a quiz now. A stranger offers you a monkey. Do you A, refuse the animal, or B, traumatize everyone within a short radius around you, and live with that shame for years, although somehow managing to escape legal repercussions? I guess we might actually never know the real answer. Oh wait, here it is. C, properly consult your goddamn family.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite monkey stories. Every time.
That was a pretty good one.
Right? Every time I think about like owning a monkey, I think specifically of this story. I'm like, yeah, maybe don't own a monkey. No owning monkey. No owning the monkey. Let me share my screen again. Wait, where is my game? Where is it? There it is. So yeah, chat, what did we learn? What did we learn, chat? No owning. If a stranger offers you a monkey, don't consult your family. Yeah. Jay, would you buy a fox? I don't think I would buy a fox. Foxes are cute, and I've seen videos of them, but I don't think I could handle owning one, realistically. They're very high energy. I'm doing good, Aiden. I'm having a good Friday. We took a small detour from Ace Attorney to talk about monkeys. And now we're here. Now we're here. Oh, here, Bowen. I got you. How many points does Kea have? Ooh, that's a good loot. Add points at Bowen. 6,420. Ooh, 420. Chat, Jay is high energy and you take care of us. That's true. I do take care of you all. That's true. You bring up a good point, Frisk. Okay, where was I? Okay. We may have figured out where he was and what he was doing all night. But the blood-stained samurai sword that was left at the crime scene, as long as there's no satisfactory explanation for that, this wolf will refuse to ease up on its bite. Edgy, that guy, he looks like he's seriously about to take a bite out of me. Well, I'm well aware, and you should be of that as well. This is an upcoming battle that will be crucial. Thanks to the cooperation of our lovely Bumbler, I've been dealt a very nice hand and a sweet trump card. Looks like we're about to enter the final bout. Now, Mr. Prosecutor, let's see what you got. I can easily point out the contradictions in the supposed murder weapon, but the real problem is for me figuring out what the real murder weapon is. This will be a high-stakes gamble, but this is one game I can't afford to lose. Okay, even I don't know what... Okay, I don't even know what the murder weapon is. Why, Larry? I was the one who found the body of the victim, Del Mask 2. Beside him was the samurai sword, glittering red and offering up the scent of blood. It was supposed to be in the Steel Samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead. Plus, I found the murder weapon's owner, the suspect, Larry Butts, in here too. Isn't it a bit far-fetched to accuse someone simply on the basis of ownership? But this owner wanted to sneak onto the crime scene. I think that's plenty to go on, don't you? If you're alluding to his reason for being in the chimney, we've already established that. Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. You two are longtime friends, right? Who's to say you didn't fabricate the evidence to give him an alibi? You're accusing me of fabricating evidence? You think I can believe anything you produce? Forging evidence is all you prosecutors do. This man has some serious issues with prosecutors. But come on, I can't think of something as complicated as that, right, Edgy? Larry, I can agree because I know you and your personality well. However, Agent Lang knows nothing about you, or me, for that matter. I sense his hatred in my entire profession emanating from his entire being. Meaning the only way I can prove Larry's innocence is to present irrefutable evidence. Okay. Oh, I didn't reset KO's points. There we go. Why, Larry? Alright.
Hold it!
So you were the first to discover the body this time. This time? What's that supposed to mean? You better watch what you say. I only said this time because earlier Kay was the first to discover the body in Babal. And your secretary, Agent Sheena, was ready to accuse her of murder for that. Ha! So you're going to use that excuse to call me suspicious now? Of course not. I was simply pointing out the usual pattern with discoverers of bodies. But in Bob Lee's case, there was proof she was holding the weapon, right? Well, in this one, it's a bit different since we know exactly where the weapon is. Beside him was the samurai sword, glittering in red with the scent of blood. Excuse me, but glittering red and offering up the scent of blood? Do I have to spell it out for you? I mean the sight and smell of blood, of course. And according to the test results, the blood on the sword belongs to the victim. The sword was made only to be used on stage, so it's not sharp. But it was pretty weighty. It's certainly heavy enough to beat someone to death with it. Which leads me to suspect that the victim was beaten to death with the sword. Beaten to death, huh? This last statement is too important to just let slip by. Besides him was the samurai sword covering the victim's blood. I suspect the... Okay, hold on. I feel like this is the thing. How did he die? How did he die? Where's his body? Do we not have his body at all? We have the other guy's body. Where is Del Mask? Oh, is he not here? Oh, here. Nothing on there. Press. About this samurai sword, have you received a report from the forensics yet? They confirmed that the blood on the sword belongs to the victim. Alright, but have they confirmed that the outline of his wound is consistent with the weapon? Tell me something. You see a dead body right there in front of you? So, if they were conducting the autopsy right now, shouldn't that body not be here? Well, I suppose so. I guess they must still be investigating this room. meaning that it's possible he doesn't know about that piece of evidence's true nature. Anything else you'd like to chit-chat about? No? Good. Now let's continue. It's supposed to be in the Samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead. Plus I found the murder weapon's owner and suspect that he busts in here too. Okay. Is this one? I suspect he beat the victim to death with that thing. This one. The blade is definitely... Okay, no. This guy was... Oh. Wait, hold on. Let me think this through. Oh, good try in the gamble 7. Good try. Let me read this again. Press. Let me read this again. Have you received a... I suppose so. I guess they must still be busy. Meaning it's possible he doesn't know about that piece of evidence's true nature? Is he talking about the knife? The blade? But that was in the other... place. Okay, this is the thing. Okay. This must be the thing. Oh, good gamble, Sitara. Maybe present this one? No. Ugh! Blah 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 blah. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna press the other things. I'm confused about what I need to present, so I'll press the other things. Okay, press this. Larry has already testified that he forgot the samurai sword here. Yeah, I was shaking hands with the ambassador in here, and I left it behind by accident. So what? You lied earlier. Who's to say that this is an excuse? Exactly, Larry! Holy shit. But I forget stuff all the time, right, Edgy? Tell him. Why don't you tell him yourself? You see, what did I tell you earlier? No one will buy such a pathetically weak excuse. Yes, well, I know that's not possible to prove such an excuse as truth. And yet you offer it up as fact? You're a worse person than I originally thought. You're free to think what you like. However, I know that Larry is not the killer. Agent Lang, please continue with your argument. I'll expose the flaw in it soon enough. Plus, I found the murder weapon's owner and suspect. That's okay. Just because he is the owner of the weapon, therefore he must be the killer, is it? No, climbing all the way up to the chimney is plenty suspicion in my book as well. Regarding that, I have already drawn the truth out, and the truth is one thing I don't bend. It doesn't matter if it's you or whoever. You prosecutors are all the same. As for me, prosecutors are one thing I don't trust in. An agent who doesn't trust prosecutors? What are you playing at? Sorry, sis, but there are only two things I trust, my subordinates and the evidence at the crime scene. Okay. There is something I can show him that he can believe in. It's simply not possible that the samurai sword is the real murder weapon. So should I focus on proving that point to Agent Lang first? See, I thought it was the knife. I suspect that he beat the victim to death with that thing. Okay, hold on. Let me look. Okay, there's only... Okay, it's not this. Its blade is yet to be found. It's not this one, because I just... He said the true nature of that thing. And the only thing I think that is, like, quote-unquote, a true nature's hidden away is the key. But I don't think the key was used in the murder here. Matt, I need help. Can you assist me, Matt?
So, you are on the correct statement.
Okay.
Do you want a hint, or do you want me to tell you?
You can tell me.
It's the samurai spear.
Is it the spear?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me. Okay, I guess we'll figure it out. That was my least suspicious one.
If you want to, they're just gonna say it. But I was gonna say you could read the description.
Okay. Do you know what this is, Agent Lang? Heh, it's a long spear, right? We used those a lot in my country a long time ago. Piercing, mowing people down. Spears are the weapon of heroes throughout history. It's the next most efficient weapon after the whip. I think the whip is a slightly different category. So what's the point? Are you going to tell me that the spear is the real weapon? No, I simply want you to take a look at this section here. The way it's bent. Precisely. Apparently, a certain troublemaker hit it against the wall in the embassy earlier. You can clearly see the insides of the Steel Samurai's weapons are hollow. In other words, they're replicas that aren't strong enough to deliver a damaging... Okay, I guess that makes sense. Let alone the multiple strikes necessary to bludgeon someone to death. And yet, there's not even a dent in the samurai sword. How do you explain that? Yeah! Oh yeah, the sword and the spear are made of the same stuff, so they bend easily. But I wish they make them out of better stuff, because the spear got bent. I wasn't able to do my special early summer rain jab move. Man, I got such an earful from the director of the play for not doing that in the show. The Steel Samurai's special move was changed tonight because of him? Ouch! That's more than enough of your whiny whimpering. Now, back to the topic of the spear. Yes, let's return to the real topic of discussion. It's where the real gamble begins. I don't have a real strategy per se, so all I can do for now is let the chips fall where they may. Using guesswork and taking risks in place of real logic is hardly the Von Karma way. It's neither smart nor very clever. Miss Von Karma, as you know, unlike your father, I am not a genius prosecutor. Plus, I doubt his record of a 40-year win streak will ever be broken. Okay. But perhaps it is for the best if it remains unbroken. For now, no one should have conceived the notion to convict all defendants in the first place. What a foolish statement from a foolish fool who hates to lose. It's the job of a prosecutor to make sure all the defendants are found guilty in court. There is nothing more important in this world than a perfect victory. Why are we talking about this right now? That may be your opinion, however, I don't believe that it's all we are. The foolish fool who foolishly is foolish. As a prosecutor, I pursued what is not the perfect victory, but the perfect truth. And if that means the bridge I must cross will crumble beneath my feet, then let it crumble as I walk on towards the truth. You're good at keeping me entertained, Mr. Prosecutor. But you know, humans are delicate creatures. The slightest bump and we expire. I'd like you to consider, if you will, the possibility that the sword was used in such a way that the attack killed Del Mask without bending. So what do you think of my hypothetical scenario? I think you know what to do here, right? What you need. Of course. What I need is evidence he can't refute. This is it. It's time to bring this to a close. Who foolishly dreams? Why, Larry, it's possible to use a samurai sword to kill someone, and under these circumstances, it's the only logical conclusion. We searched the embassy, top and bottom, but the victim's blood is only on the weapon. So, it isn't only natural that suspicion would fall onto the owner of said weapon? No, that's stupid! That's dumb AF. That's how freaking innocent people fucking get put in jail. My god. How long do you intend to cling on to that preposterous theory? As long as I want, because we examined every corner within the walls of this embassy. There's no stone we left unturned, and we have managed to come up with only one logical conclusion. That's the only place inside this embassy with the victim's blood on this sword. This Lang guy is pissing me off. He reminds, okay, there's like a case that's like coming into forefront right now that Lang reminds me of, like in real life. And it's just like, oh my god, this Lang guy sounds like that freaking guy in that freaking case, stupid ass bullshit. Okay, there is a case where a man a lady, her house was broken into, and a bunch of stuff was stolen. And like she was like held up, like basically held hostage in her home, and then the criminals left. What was left behind was a baseball cap. The baseball cap, the police took and ran a DNA test through, and there was a hit on the DNA test, and it came back to like this guy who had been in jail a couple years before. I think it was like petty theft and something else. There was a reason why the guy was in jail. And so they arrested that guy based off of the DNA evidence on the hat. And the guy was like, I was nowhere near like the crime scene, but like he was like, that is my hat. Like he recognized the hat, but he had a lot of hats. Like his lawyer brought up like the guy owned like a lot of hats, and like, you know, they go missing, stuff like that. And basically the prosecutor would not let up on, like, he would not, like, he was like dead set on putting this guy in jail for the crime. And then it later came out that during the trial, while the defense lawyer was looking through all the evidence, it later came out that when they tested the hat, there were 3 sets of DNA on the hat. And because that guy was the only one that came back with the hit, they decided to charge that guy instead of, you know, and so like basically the police did a really shitty job and not doing their job properly of like trying to find like who was actually there. And so the charges were eventually dropped, but the guy was in jail for 6 months before trial. And so it was like a whole thing, and I'm just like, man, I like that's why this Lang guy is like pissing me off, because I just think of that case and I'm like, man, like that guy is so lucky that his defense lawyer, because the original defense lawyer that he had wanted him to plead guilty because like in the end, like the victim like wasn't hurt, like it wasn't a lot of stuff stolen, and so the guy would have only been in jail for like 9 months to a year. So the original public defender that he had on the case wanted him to plead guilty, but the guy was so adamant, like, this is like, I should not plead guilty, like, I did not do this crime, like, I did not do this. And so he got a new defense lawyer that was like, okay, like, we'll work with this, like, I'll fight for your case. And then it turns out like all of this shit was going on behind the scenes of like the police department. And so yeah, it was stupid ass bullshit. It was dumb. And so I was like, wow, that is like, that's scary. First of all, that's scary that can happen, because I imagine that there are a lot of people that can't afford like a proper lawyer, and so they have to rely on like a defense attorney, a public prosecutor, or a public defender. Here, I'm gonna find the case because it was on a podcast that I learned about it. It's been a while since I heard this episode, so I hope I'm remembering the details right. But oh, I found it. Okay. It's a really good podcast episode, in case people want to listen to. It's the second story in that episode of This American Life. And so, yes, it's very good. It's about the public defender that took on the case, Jack Bailey, and how it's an interesting story because it was like his first criminal case, because he usually does injury law, and so it was his first criminal case that he took on, and he won it. Yeah, it's good. It's a good episode if people want to listen to it. So yeah. Hi Dragon That Roast, welcome. Happy Friday. Yeah. So basically, long TLDR, this Agent Lang person in friggin' this game is pissing me off because he's everything wrong with police officers that I can't stand. Can't stand people like that. It makes me so angry. My god. Oh, look at his stupid face pissing me off. Oh. If you guys have something to say, then say it in the only way I respect, Mr. Prosecutor. Yes, of course. In that case, allow me to make it all crystal clear for you. Why Larry Part 2? Okay. Why is his hair... Right! Why is his hair like that? So ugly. Ugh. What is your reason? I inquire how you were able to make such a claim, Agent Lang. He does look like a bird. He looks more like a bird than a wolf. Capable of miracles beyond comprehension, a mysterious creature is man. Rather than man, it's Agent Lang's quotes that are getting increasingly incomprehensible. The human body is a mysterious thing, even with a toy-like sword. It's easy to kill a man if you just hit him in the right spot. Which is why I think that it's possible to kill with this thing without leaving a dent. But we can only be sure one way or another by seeing if the wound matches the sword. Huh, I know that. But as long as it's a possibility, I can proclaim it as much as I'd like. And under these circumstances, it's the only logical conclusion. Sorry, I got a Discord notification that's like bothering the shit out of me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. And under these circumstances, that's the only logical conclusion. Oh, let me go back. I didn't press that. Press. You must know that your conclusion is wrong. Given the circumstances I'm in, the only people I can trust are my subordinates, because they're much more trustworthy bunch than you prosecutors will ever be. And you call yourself a professional? You still don't see, do you, Mr. Prosecutor? You have to earn my trust. And the only way to do that is to show me proof of another possible murder weapon. Another possible murder weapon. In this room, there is only one thing left. This is going to be a gamble, but I can't withdraw from the game now. You're going to get me to trust you by the power of your glare alone, you know. Plus, I have other reasons as to why I think the samurai sword is the murder weapon. We searched the embassy top to bottom, but the victim's blood is only on one weapon. The only place where you could find blood on the samurai sword? That's right, even with luminol. Which means that there are no other possibilities outside of what I've already outlined. Yes, raise is the weapon. Raise an objection. If you believe that there is no other door or possibility left to open, then allow me to force one open for you. Huh. And how do you plan to do that? By showing you what may possibly be the real murder weapon. Ha! Ha 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 ha. The real murder weapon. I hate to repeat myself, but my men have already searched every last inch of this embassy. And I've concluded that nothing else could have been used as a weapon. Knowing these facts, do you still want to press forward with your little hypothesis? Of course, because it's not possible that your men inspected everything in their investigation. What are you talking about? Okay, the knife that I presented earlier was the right thing, but it was in the wrong section. I had my brain in the right place, but I was too early for my time, Matt. Too early for my time. Okay, namely that there is something your men couldn't even lay a finger on. And that item is the real murder weapon. Alright then, I'll play along for now. This real weapon that killed Dilmask 2, what exactly is it? This is the real murder weapon, which not a single person has yet to touch this. It's this one. This is the weapon you're looking for. Lang Z says, one should always perform one's job in proper manner. And I can't see how it's proper to show me evidence so devoid of potential relation. Oh, what? That was not it?
Nope.
What? Oh my god. Which one? I must remain calm and think through this carefully. The real weapon that killed Delmask 2 has got to be that thing. I just know it. Oh, oopsies. Has yet to touch? It can't be this one.
Mm-mm.
The real murder weapon that people have yet to touch? There's only so many stibby stabby things, Matt! Oh my god. It's not this one. It's not this one. It's not this one. It's not this one. So this one?
You want a hint?
Yes, please.
He wasn't stabbed.
He wasn't stabbed?
No.
The real weapon? I don't think it's anything on that page. Okay, Matt, tell me.
It's Alabasta Primduck statue.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Signs it was moved. It was definitely moved during the murder, but okay. The national treasure of Alabasta. You mean the Primiduck statue? Yes, and as you know, only the ambassador and his secretariat may touch it. Which I believe means that neither of you nor your men were able to examine it, correct? Ha 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 ha. You know very well that if we did that, there'd be an international incident between the Kingdom of Alabasta and the Republic of Aval. The two countries' precarious relationship teeters in the balance over a stupid fight related to a sovereignty statue. But I'll be damned if I let something go unexamined. Agent Lang, if you could take a look at this. The direction the statue is facing just before and after the crime are different. There's only one conclusion I can draw from that. Go look for Ambassador Alba and get him to give us the okay to examine the statue. Shifu, you can't listen to this infidel's words. He is most definitely trying to trick you. Shifu, please be rational about this. Grrr. Lang Z says, just go already. Yes, sir. Yeah, shut up. MIB. Go away. Shifu. Yeah? I'm really sorry, sir, but I was unable to convince the ambassador. I was unable to obtain permission for us to examine the Primiduck statue. I see. Wait, but then the investigation is at a standstill. Agent Lang, I will go speak with the ambassador personally. Save your breath. He may act all weak and frail, but that old man's one tough cookie. But I guess you gotta be tough when you're representing the whole country, you know. Agent Lang, what do you want? Let's just hurry up and examine the statue already. Well, but Shifu, what about causing an international incident? Quiet! I'll take the fall if I have to later. Ooh, I appreciate that. Agent Lang, the hypothesis is mine, so if someone is to take responsibility, let it be me. Responsibility? If we're going to talk in such a heavy terms, maybe I should let you. It'll be a real problem for my men if something were to happen to me. Alright then. Less talk, more investigating. If we want to know the truth, we can stop here. We can't stop here. Action must be taken. Agent Lang, I'd like to run a luminol chemiluminescence test on the statue. A luminol test? Ah, good thinking. If the statue is the murder weapon, then some of the victim's blood should be on it. Okay, let's get the forensics team in here. Ooh. Heh. Looks like you hit the jackpot, Mr. Prosecutor. I guess that means that this is the real weapon that killed Delmas too. Indeed. So it fell on him? I don't think it fell on him, but that looks like a heavy-ass statue. But I wouldn't celebrate it yet if I were you. This doesn't let your friend off the hook. It doesn't prove that he didn't kill Delmas too, so the charge remains. We are hardly done examining this statue, Agent Lang. Knowing that this is the real weapon, I believe further examination is required. Ah, you think so? Okay then, knock yourself out. Okay. Ooh, there's a handprint on there. Upon closer inspection, it really does look a lot like the Steel Samurai. Hey, maybe that's why they chose him to be the Goodwill Ambassador. I actually can't discredit that hypothesis. Or maybe the people at this embassy just really like the Steel Samurai. That's absolutely preposterous. I don't think that's unlikely. We mustn't go around announcing people's opinions. And yet, look how easily you discredited mine. Not that I care why they chose him. Okay. This handprint. Ugh. And what do we have here? This dirty smudge. Looks like a handprint. Hehehe. Ha 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 ha. What's a definitive bit of evidence like you doing under here? Looks like we got some fingerprints to analyze. Ugh. Worst case scenario, these prints belong to Larry. But it looks like it's too late for me to do anything about that now. Why would they think it belonged? What? Hey, Francis guy, I want to see the results of these fingerprints ASAP. You hear me? Agent Lang, I have the analysis results, sir. Good. And? Sir, about the prints we lifted from the bottom of the statue. Well, you know the victim of the murder in the Babalese embassy? The prints belong to him, Mr. Manny Cochin. But that's... What's going on around here? No, that's impossible. Thank you, Seven. Each Primaduck statue can only be handled by someone of that country. But by the very fact that Mr. Cochin's fingerprints are on this one, it leads me to only one conclusion. This statue is actually Babal's Primaduck statue. Impossible! It can't be! Larry never once set foot on Babalese soil, so he was free to go. However, this new piece of information only served to confuse us even further. The ringleader of the smuggling operation was killed in an Alabastian knife in a Babal. And Damask, too, was killed on Abalastian soil with Babal's national treasure. And the mystery of the great thief Yatagarasu who visited both countries. I forgot about Yatagarasu on this case. The pieces were there, but I get to see the big picture they were to form. Ooh, to be continued. Okay, save your progress. Yes, save this slot. Okay, theory time, Matt. Theory time. I think that... let me think this through. I think Yatagarasu wasn't one person. I think it was a group of people. I think the girl with the hair from the last case, like, is probably, like, the leader of them all. But I don't think she worked alone. I think Manny Cochin is involved. And he's part of a smuggling ring. And so I think the two statues are fake right now. I think he did a swapperoonie to get the real statues and put fake ones in their place. The girl with the hair described everyone in this game. Yeah, the girl with the hair, Give. The girl with the hair.
I mean, I got the vibe of who you were going for there.
Yeah, thank you.
I understood what you were saying.
Thank you. I should have said, maybe I should have said the girl with the earrings. Maybe that would have been a better descriptor. Okay.
You're talking about Callisto U, right?
Yes, Callisto. That's her name. I couldn't remember her name. I think the murderer is... I think Manny Cochin did kill... I think Manny Cochin killed Del Mask, but I don't know who killed Manny Cochin. That's who I don't know.
Interesting theory.
There's my theory. Okay. Well, we'll continue, chat. Hi, Chadley! How are you? Happy Friday. Open air stage. Under construction. Safety, site safety starts here. This building site is dangerous. Parents are advised to warn children of the dangers and consciousness of entering and something on this site. Strictly no admittance to unauthorized personnel. Safety helmets, boots, and high-vision vests must be worn at all times. All visitors and drivers must report to the site office. Happy Friday, Chadley! I hope you're having a good one. Any plans for the weekend? I left Del Mask investigation to Franziska and returned to Babal. I suppose my first order of business should be to look into the Babal statue. Mr. Edgeworth! Oh, you have to work in the morning? Aw, Chadley, my condolences. And only get Sunday off? Aw, that's no fun. I hate that. Saturdays are supposed to be for fun. But a job's a job, I suppose. It's okay. What's the situation? Oh, it's great. Investigating is so much fun. In other words, they've made absolutely no progress. We weren't goofing off, honest, sir. We've just been investigating our hearts out. Very well then. Would you care to give me an update on your investigation? Oh wait, the Sunday's the Super Bowl? Wait, who's playing?
It is.
Who's playing? Hold on, I'm gonna make
I am not a footballer, so I don't know.
Super Bowl teams.
Apparently the Eagles.
Apparently the Eagles. Are we cheering for the Eagles based purely off of Gib? Oh, the Kansas City Chiefs. That's Taylor Swift's team, right? Who am I cheering for? That's the only reason that I know the Kansas City Chiefs is because that's Taylor Swift's boyfriend's team. Who am I cheering for, chat? Well, looking at the logos, I'm a big fan of the Eagles logo because it's got like a wing on the side. It's like, ooh, we fly high kind of deal. Kansas City Chiefs logo's boring. It's just a KC. That's boring. What is that on? Is that like what is Kansas City? What is that? It's like a squid. It's like a Splatoon squid that's sideways with a KC on it. We want Eagles to win because they're the underdogs. Okay, I like that.
That's a good enough reason for me.
Okay,
Go
yeah,
Eagles.
I agree. Yeah. Picking the Chiefs makes you racist. Is that like? Is it kind of like the Indians, like kind of like that kind of team name? Is that what the Chiefs are named after? Is that what it is? I know that's like a whole thing with like American teams. It's an arrowhead. Oh, it's an arrowhead. It's not a Splatoon squid sideways. I don't care for Taylor Slow. I like Taylor Swift's music. I wouldn't call myself like a super fan of Taylor
Slow.
Taylor Slow, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't call myself a super fan of Taylor Swift, but I do like her music. I enjoy listening to her music. I enjoy listening to her earlier stuff and her latest stuff. I don't like the stuff like when she first made break and pop music. I don't like that stuff. But I like her early stuff and I like her later stuff. Yeah, I like her country music. Her Speak Now album 7, I think, is still my favorite album from her. Did you pick right or wrong? Oh, I picked the Eagles, Gib, because confirming what Josh said, that picking the Chiefs makes you racist. I'm not a racist. And like, there's a whole thing with like American teams being named after, you know, Native Americans, and like that doesn't sit right with me. So yeah, I think that the Kansas City Chiefs should change their logo to a sideways Splatoon, you know, squid head, and name themselves the Kansas City Squids. And I feel like that would, like, that would just fix all of our problems. It's not even because of the Chiefs. The arrowhead does not matter. It's simply a matter of principle. Only demons support the Chiefs.
How many squids do you think there are in Kansas?
Like,
Or actually, wait, Kansas City isn't in Kansas.
it's not? Wait, what?
No, it isn't. It's
What?
like Missouri, right?
What?
Is that it? Wait, I gotta look this up.
Yeah, look, wait, hold on. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. What? Please explain.
Yeah, it's Missouri.
Well, wait, okay. Please, someone explain. That's some stupid-ass bullshit. It's halfway. Half of it is Kansas and half of it is Missouri, right?
Oh, I see.
Oh. But, like, okay, that's stupid. Why would you split a town like that? I also live near Philly, so it's supporting the hometown, really. Fair enough. Because Missouri, Kansas City is a university with a good music comp doctoral program, so I know this. Oh, that's how Satara knows. Let me see.
Mm.
Okay, I guess I'm cheering for the Eagles this weekend. Woo! Go Eagles! Woohoo! Basing that purely off of their logo.
Where are the Eagles from?
Yeah, wait, where are the Eagles from? Hold on. Philadelphia. They're from Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. I'll not only because they're the underdog, but also because I gotta rep Sunny.
Okay.
Always funny.
Okay. I'm a fan. Okay, yay! Go Eagles! Go Eagles! I hope Taylor Swift is there, though. I'll watch the game if Taylor Swift makes a beautiful appearance. Hey Jay, do you remember the original Yu-Gi-Oh? I vaguely, Chadley. Like, I haven't watched Yu-Gi-Oh in so long. I'm boycotting the Super Bowl. I never watched it, never planned to. The only time that I watched the Super Bowl consistently was when I worked at Buffalo Wild Wings and I had to work the Super Bowl. So I was like kind of forced to watch it. And it's the only time that I watched the Super Bowl is when I was forced to be there. Because I like cheesesteak. You know what? Fair enough, 7. That's valid. Philly mayor can't spell Eagles though, which really sums up our city. Yeah, wait, how did the Philly mayor spell the word Eagles? Hold on a second, Gib. She spelt it Eggles? Oh. Oh my god. Eggles. Yeah, we gotta watch the Super Bowl for a Kea appearance. It's true. Eggles. Imagine being the Philadelphia Eggles. Only time Taylor Swift music was good was rock covers to her song. I liked the rock version of Love Story. She did a rock version of Love Story that I really enjoyed. I really like her new stuff. Like, All Too Well is like, I put that song on when I'm sad. And it's a good song to put on when you're sad, kind of deal. I mean, all of her new stuff is pretty good. But yeah. Her Shake It Off era and her 22 era, I wasn't really a fan of. But yeah, I liked her country stuff too. I liked it. Did you ever listen to Taylor Swift, Matt? I'm assuming no.
No, actually, I did.
Yeah,
I did.
you did? Well, what would you
I mean,
say?
I don't listen to the radio a whole lot anymore.
enough.
But
That's
when I did, I mean, I had on my first iPod.
Ooh.
That
Matt Lord.
I don't remember every band I had on there, but I definitely had 1 or 2 Taylor Swift songs.
Oh, okay.
One of them was
BioShock.
Teardrops on My Guitar.
Oh, there's a reason for the teardrops on my
Yeah.
guitar. I love that song. Her country era, so good. My god.
I forgot if I had any others on that iPod. Like, I just had like a selection of music. Like, I didn't even know, who made anything.
That's fair.
I just had a selection of music on that iPod that I listened to on repeat. One of the other songs in there was Rockstar.
Rockstar.
by Nickelback.
Oh, because we all just wanna be big
Yeah.
rock stars and everything.
I was a fan of that song as a kid.
I like that song. That's a good song.
Yeah, I still think it's pretty decent.
I never understood the Nickelback hate. Maybe it's because I'm.
There's a couple other
Canadian,
songs that I liked as a kid that
Yeah.
I don't hate them.
Yeah, fair enough. Kea, I think that's like, I think a lot. I don't understand. Like, Kea, it's interesting. Okay, not to sidetrack significantly, but I want to talk about this. Music, I feel, is the only creative medium in which people have visceral reactions to what they consume, right? And like, for example, like Call of Duty, not a lot of people like Call of Duty, but no one like viscerally hates no one says like they should never ever make a Call of Duty game ever again. I hate it with my entire being of my body and they deserve to die, right? Like no one ever says that. Or like no one looks at a painting and says, "Oh, like the person who painted this painting is an evil person." And blah 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 blah. Like no one ever says that. But for some reason, people do that with musical artists. Like people are very much like I don't know what it is about music that makes people like this, but music is the only time where you hear like someone say, "Oh, I listened to Justin Bieber the other day," and everyone's like, "I hate Justin Bieber and the kid is an asshole and he deserves to die, blah 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 blah." I'm like, man, it's like that's why if I were to become famous, I don't think I would ever want to become a famous musician or a famous music artist, because that kind of vitriol I see only ever happens in the music industry.
It's something funny about Justin Bieber, because I mean, you remember all the hate Justin Bieber got when he first came out.
Yes. Josh. Oh, I love Florida. Georgia line is really good, Chadley. I'm really a big fan of them. Anyway, continue, Matt.
So, do we ever tell you about the button website?
The button? Oh, like you have to push the button like every 9 seconds? Yes.
No, wait, what'd you say?
Was it a Reddit thing? There was a Reddit thing where like there was a button, and then someone had to keep pressing the button to reset the countdown.
Oh, no, not
that button. Okay.
No, different button website. We play it sometimes. Like Zamir brought it up.
Okay.
We play it sometimes where like it's just like hypothetical questions. Like if you push the button, like this.
Oh
happens.
yeah. Okay, we played that in Seattle. You're right. We played that in Seattle.
Yeah. So on that website, like some of those questions have been like sitting there for years.
Right.
Because like it just gives you random like user submitted questions.
Yeah.
It's like anonymous user submitted questions.
Yeah.
So some of those questions have been like marinating for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So because every question has comments, so we would just go into the comments to see what the comments are saying. What the streets are saying.
Yeah.
about this question.
About the question,
like every question. And there would always be like 13-year-old replies, like sitting covered in cobwebs.
Right.
Like if the button question was like kill your most hated person, but whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
And people would be like, Justin Bieber's going down. I'm killing Justin Bieber.
Like that's what I mean. Like the kid was like 13 when he was discovered. Like give the kid a break. Now that I'm older, right? Like I was so definitely in that camp of like I hate Justin Bieber. I remember the exact moment that I started hating Justin Bieber, because I actually used to really like his music at the time when I was a teenager. But the moment I started hating Justin Bieber was the time that he peed in the mop bucket. That was that was like I hate Justin Bieber. But now that I'm grown up and I'm like, a fully functioning, like my brain is fully formed, I realize, like a lot of people like really shit on Justin Bieber as like a teenager that was going through puberty at the time, and like he also didn't have like a proper he didn't have proper support systems backing him into like this stage of life that not many of us will ever experience, you know? And it's put like a whole different perspective on like what, like, I try to not hate, like throw hate as much to like things that I have opinions on, you know? And it's like, I'm trying to like, it's just like, and music is like the only time where people randomly throw, I want this artist to die because of their music. Like it's not a rational reaction to this type of art form that they choose to express in the world, you know? And it's just it's interesting that music is the only medium that I see where this behavior is socially acceptable. So I'm like, it's just odd. That's so funny, Matt, because like that is like that is such a typical like 2012 like I'm gonna kill Justin Bieber. Like that was such an opinion at the time. Like the kid was like 16, 17. It was just like crazy. Hating Justin is the same thing as hating women. Women and girls can't enjoy things without their hobbies and likes being criticized. That's a whole other thing, Kea. That is a whole other can of worms. That's like... Ooh. That is a whole other can of worms, Kea. People hated him for no reason, but now they have plenty of valid reasons to hate him. I think... Now,
I was gonna say that too.
Yeah, I think because of like the actions he took in as adults, like it can be explained, but it's not justified, right? I think him finding Jesus was like the best thing for him to do and like step away from the limelight and stuff. It's definitely put, especially with the context of like the music industry, especially with like the P Diddy stuff, puts his come up in fame in a different light that I didn't consider previously. And so that is a whole other thing of like, I give Justin Bieber more grace than what I did a year ago even. Yeah. Hate more so on his parents for treating him like the goose that laid the golden egg. I definitely think Justin Bieber was not surrounded by the proper support system that he deserved at the time. And like, I will say the word deserved because every child who grows up in the spot like that deserves a support system. But the industry does not allow that. And so I give him more grace because of that. I didn't care about Justin Bieber because IMO, though he sounded like a little kid. I mean, he was a little kid at the time. Like, at the end of the day, he was a minor, you know? So. Anyway, that is my opinion on fandom and music. Actually, I have a funny story. I was, like, really into BTS. I still love BTS, but I saw shit in the fandom that made me really uncomfortable, that made me step away from BTS. There was a girl that I went to a local like BTS fan meetup a couple years ago, and I met like a whole bunch of people, and we all followed each other on Twitter. And there was this girl that in person, she was super normal. Like, she just felt like was just a regular person at the time. I mean, I only met her for maybe an hour at most in person. But, like, the shit that she would say on Twitter was so unhinged. Like, these people walk among us, Matt. These people walk among us. She would, like, tell people
They what?
They walk among us, Matt! They walk among us! They walk among us! Amongy! Sus. But like she would tell people to like kill themselves over like opinions of like BTS. I'm just like, man, I can't associate with this kind of stuff. Like, this is insane. It's and no one gets like that about freaking Michelangelo painting on the freaking roof of the church. Like, no one tells people to kill themselves because Michelangelo made a beautiful piece of art. Like, it's like that kind of stuff. It was like, why is this fandom culture so toxic? Like, what breeds this? I don't understand. I would love if a psychologist would just magically appear in chat right now and tell me the answer, because I want to know. They supported his dream to become let me see, Kea, hold on. They supported his dream to become a worldwide artist. His kids are allowed to have aspirations like that, and it's easiest to say, knowing what we know now, that his parents should have known better, but I don't think people are going to take advantage of your child. Yeah, I think, have you seen the documentary about Dan Schneider, Matt? Have you seen it?
Yes, I have.
I think a really good example of what Kea was talking about is what happened with Drake Bell. Hi Note, how are you? Like, you can, like, it's so sad that you can't trust people. Like, as Drake Bell's dad, you know, you think that you're putting your trust in the people in the industry, and you only want the best for your child, and you know, your child aspires, like, you know, your child dreams of being a doctor, or being a lawyer, or being an astronaut, or all of these like different professions. And so when a child wants to be an actor, like, you know, as a parent, you're put in the position of like, I want to support my child, and you put trust in the people that you think know better than you. And then like the whole industry is just like takes advantage of them. It's just so like, ugh, it's just sad. It's sad. By being a super fan of Michelangelo, you're not going to get acknowledged by him. He's dead. I guess you're right, Kea. Or not Kea, Sitara. Celebrity culture. Michelangelo is a historical figure. Justin Bieber is a celebrity. The idolization is different. I suppose so, Sitara. It's just, it's interesting. Interesting, to say the least. Like, it's interesting to me because, I mean, as far as I know, I don't see that kind of idol culture with actors. Like, no one is telling people to kill themselves because they didn't like a movie that Cara Delevingne, like, acted in, you know? But I see that visceral reaction in fans in the music industry, and specifically. And it's just like, interesting. Interesting. Former psychology major, in simple terms, people batshit crazy. Fair. People don't play about Elizabeth Olsen. I mean, she's talented, but are her fans telling people to kill themselves because they don't like her? I mean, maybe
I'm sure if you look hard enough,
maybe
you can
if I,
find.
you know, fair enough, Matt. But if I looked hard enough, you know what? There's probably people out there like that. I've seen people hate on actors. I've seen people hate on actors for the characters that they play, but I think that's a different thing entirely. Go on Twitter right now. It's not that hard to find. Okay, let me look. I'm a look. I want to see it with my own eyes. Twitter.com. Twitter.com. Do I just look up Elizabeth Olsen? Elizabeth Olsen. You look on Fleur Fortune's assessment starring Elizabeth Olsen. Let me find like the most popular tweet and look at the replies. I think, you know what, Josh? I think I'm just on the nice side of Twitter for this. Because I don't see that. I feel like I need to dig deeper. The assessment. I've never heard of this movie. Every MCU project starring Elizabeth Olsen has managed to do so. Give her that Scarlet Witch solo film now. I don't know about that. A Scarlet Witch solo film?
Kind of wondering how that would work with the her current status in the MCU.
Oh man! Okay, I'm gonna stop searching. I just found very fake deep fake AI pictures of Elizabeth Olsen, and that made me very sad. I will not go deeper into that. I will not go on Twitter ever again. Fair enough, Sitara. Taylor Swift fans are crazy. It's true. K-pop fans are a whole other level. I agree, Seven. K-pop fans are like, speaking from a K-pop fans are on a whole other level.
What I've experienced from that community, I definitely see why.
I think K-pop fans, like, there's a lot of good in K-pop fandom, but it's completely overshadowed by all the negative shit that the small subsection of fan bases do.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Henry Cavill seems like a nice guy. I mean, I don't know him personally. Sounds good, Pokemon girl, no worries. Right, Kea? They are crazy. K-pop fans are insane. Just like, that's why I stepped back from K-pop fandom, because I was like, I don't want to like associate with this. Makes me sad. Someone left me a hate comment on my YouTube video because I said the girls need a break and the company is working them too hard. Really? That's insane. Oh my gosh, Kea. Man, that's really crazy. So Matt, Kea has a YouTube channel. That's crazy knowing the okay, Kea has a YouTube channel where she opens like albums of like K-pop groups and like photo cards and stuff. Like it is the most like innocent type of YouTube channel that you can think of in terms of K-pop fandom. So the fact that someone left you a hate comment, Kea, because you said that is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Chadley. They called Kea lame and Kea went off. Good! I'm glad. I did a very mean reply. Good! I mean, they, like, why would you leave a hate comment for someone wishing someone well wishes? That's like if I said, hey Josh, I hope you're not working yourself too hard and you're taking lots of breaks at work, and Matt went, Jay, how dare you say that? What the fuck is wrong with you? How dare you say that about Josh? Like what do you mean, Matt? Like that's such a crazy thing to say. I can't wrap my head around people that think that way. W Matt, I'm locked in. I just don't understand. It's KB Collect, Chadley. KB Collect on YouTube.com. It's like Matt would say, your opinions are so lame. Bye. Jay, that's cringe. Me wishing someone well wishes is cringe. I've reached a level of cringe I didn't realize I could reach. Give. Hi, Kyle. How are you? Who's the GameStop stopper? It's Matt.
It's me.
Matt's
I'm
here.
the GameStop shopper.
It's true. Did you go to GameStop this week, Matt?
I actually went to GameStop today.
How was that? Did you get anything?
I put in 2 pre-orders. I did not buy anything.
What did you get pre-orders for?
I pre-ordered Trails Through Daybreak 2 for PS5
okay.
and also Xenoblade X.
Oh, very nice. I'll give them back to her. Okay, Gumshoe. This isn't- it's not! Kyle! I intended to finish this case today, but I don't think we're getting this case done today.
No.
There's no way. We've been talking way too much, which is great. I love talking with Matt. It's a great time. But like, but like, we're making really slow.
The progress is slowing to a crawl.
Oh, that's why I'm trying to not read out while we're having these conversations. I'm trying to like read the game, also having a conversation at the same time, and actually reading it so I comprehend what I'm reading it. A Rotom would do that. Ball check, everybody quickly check your balls right now and make sure. Did I ever tell you the story of the ball check channel redeem, Matt?
I don't remember.
Okay, so the ball check channel redeem. I think it was 2 years ago at this point. There's a clip of it on my channel somewhere. Was, you know how Nicki Minaj kind of went off, like, the deep end for a little bit?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So, I basically lost my mind at her tweets during COVID, and I loved it so much that I made a ball check to ensure that everyone checks their balls once a week or every time the ball check redeem is redeemed. So everyone checks their balls to make sure that they're not blowing up to the size of balloons. It's true. One time I commented on a video that was just the RoboCop theme, and I quoted my favorite scene from it. I even looked it up to find the line and made sure I was right. Like a year later, some dude responded to me calling me an idiot and insulting me because I actually got the line wrong, and he would just watch the video to confirm I'm wrong. And I was like, is that what you want me to do? What to do? Correct random people on YouTube? And they never responded back. That's crazy, Gibbs. Some people are just so, like, anal about that stuff. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but like, say you have like oh my god, it's okay. It's the same type of people that get mad at you for quoting Star Wars wrong. It's like when people say like, oh, I love the scene where, you know, spoilers alert for a 30-year-old movie, but it's like, I love that part where Darth Vader says, Luke, I am your father. And then there's that guy, that one guy that's like, well, actually, it's not quoted like that. He just says, it's something else. Like, they said, it's like, I am your father. I don't know what the actual quote is.
The quote is, no, I am your father.
No, I am your father. That's the actual quote.
It's because he's responding to what Luke said.
Right.
That's what everyone forgets about that. That's why it's misquoted so much.
Yeah.
Because like this is just off the top of my head. I haven't seen the movie in a couple of years, but like Luke is like saying like, you killed my father, and then he responds, no, I am your father.
I am your father. Right. Anyway, it's like those people that get mad about that shit. I'm like, bro, the essence of the sentence is still there in what I quoted. Like, just because I got it a little bit wrong doesn't mean that, like, why are you getting mad about it? Like, what's got you so worked up about this? Like, you need another hobby. Like, he also says, I am your father in the 6th movie, which is even more confusing. I told my friend this earlier. I didn't like Marvel because I didn't like superhero movies, and she was like, that hurts. Oh my god, how could you? And I hate when people make such a big deal out of it. I don't like this popular song now. We have to make fun of me. That makes me want to watch it even less because now I'm not interested, but I know fans are assholes about it. Oh my gosh, Sitara! That is so... Okay, Matt's gonna say something about this. That is me. That is me with Breaking Bad. Everyone is like, you should watch Breaking Bad, Jay. And I'm always like, you know, I'm not interested. Like, I've never really been interested in that kind of drama. Like, I don't really, like, it doesn't sound appealing to me. And everyone, I'm not saying Matt is like this, but Matt likes Breaking Bad.
But I am.
Yeah.
But I am.
But, like, everyone's like, how dare you, Jay? You need to watch Breaking Bad right now. And I'm like, but I don't want to. I don't want to.
But have you watched it at all?
I have not watched Breaking Bad. I have not watched it. And like, the more that people bother me about it, the more I don't want to watch it. It's like one of those
I am one of those people when it comes to Breaking Bad. I do chill it.
It's so obnoxious.
You haven't even watched an episode to tell whether or not you would like it.
I don't think
That's
I
the
would
thing.
like it though, Matt, because like, I don't know what it is. I think it's like, I don't really like gritty, like that kind of, like, I don't really like the kind of vibe. I know that there is good character arcs, and I'm a big fan of like good characterization and storytelling. I'm a big fan of that. But I just don't think I could get over my dislike of genres. Like, it's like the same reason why I don't like Dexter. I'm not a big fan of Dexter because I don't really like that gritty, like,
that makes sense. So you have watched Dexter.
I've watched 3 episodes of Dexter.
Okay.
I wasn't a big fan of it.
I have not watched Dexter, but I think if you've watched Dexter and you didn't like Dexter specifically because of the genre, then you might be valid. You might be. But like, it's just good TV. I just, it's peak media.
I know you
will
always say it's peak. You always say it's peak.
It
you
is
always
peak.
say that.
Cinema, as Josh would say.
Dude, same. So many people told me to watch Game of Thrones, and I avoided Game of Thrones. I read Game of Thrones, and I still like. I imagine it would be a good show, but I didn't really like the books that much, and so that's why I never watched the show. Also, hi, Dark Keyblade Warrior. I hope you're doing well. Me, when I say I don't like Zelda, yes, Kea is very valid.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I got stuff I do this with too.
Mm-hmm.
Game of Thrones is a good example because people did tell me to watch that, but
Yeah.
I know myself.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan
Yeah.
of like high fantasy stuff. I like certain things, but like I don't know. I didn't find that much interest. Like I don't know. I'm like kind of flip floppy on like that type. Like if it's like more like knights and stuff, then like maybe. But
Okay.
like I don't know. Game of Thrones just I was not a dragon kid.
That's
I never watched How to Train Your Dragon. I
Fair.
still haven't.
Oh, really? Really?
Maybe at some point I will, just because I've heard they're good movies. But like I was not into dragons as a kid.
That's fair. That's fair.
I was not one of those kids.
That's very fair. I watched How to Train Your Dragon quite recently, and like they're good, but like everyone always says that like they're like amazing, and I'm like the first movie is really good, but like I didn't really like not that I didn't really like the last two movies, but like they're good, but they're not like this amazing, beautiful thing that people keep saying that they are, you know? Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I have stuff I'm like that with too. Like, I'm trying to think of a better example, but the first one that comes to mind for me is well, okay, actually, I don't know if I have that many people telling me to play that, but like, actually, you know what? I need to think about this.
Okay,
for a
okay, I'll let you
I need
think
to think
about
about this
it.
for a
Okay.
moment, but
Okay. So true, Note. So true. Me as a Switch owner who doesn't own Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey and doesn't like the gameplay. That's fair. That's valid, Kyle. You're so valid. It's like just so annoying when you make a big deal out of it. It makes me feel like I said something wrong and you don't respect my opinions. I think that's like the epitome of it. Say it's Tara. It's like just because I don't like it doesn't mean that you're invalid that you like it. It's just I don't like it. But I feel wrong for having my opinion where I respect yours, you know? Like I don't go around telling people like, "Oh, you watched Game of Thrones? You shouldn't have watched that," you know? Like it's kind of like it's the inverse is never an option, or it never really happens, whereas the way that we're talking, like it happens all the time. They're making a live action How to Train Your Dragon? I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, there's a top clip leaderboard note, which is interesting. I noticed that the other day. I hate it when shows are like, "Well, we got dragons," and then it's like 30 episodes of white people complaining about 7 minutes of screen time of a dragon. Like, of all those guys, I'm here to see some dragons.
they didn't have the budget for the dragon.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, they probably didn't have a budget for the dragon. Oh gosh. Spacey! Oh my goodness. Hello! Welcome, Raiders! Oh my gosh, Spacey, you caught me in the middle of a rant. Hi, Spacey. How are you? How was stream? I hope it was good. Thanks for shouting out Spacey, Kea. Oh, Pokemon TPC! How is that? Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, welcome. Oh, that's okay, Kea. It happens. Thanks for shouting out Spacey. This rant has been going on for a while.
Yeah.
It's been going on for a hot minute. The gameplay has slowed to a crawl, that's for sure.
I just thought of something.
You thought of it? Okay, okay.
Something that I have been told that I haven't given it that much of a chance. But something that I felt like I wouldn't really like, and the one time I did it, I was just kind of bored. Was D&D. I'm just not super into it.
Okay, okay.
And especially like vanilla D&D.
That's fair.
Like, you know, like I said, high fantasy setting, I don't really you know, like orcs and elves and like like, you know, like all like mystical races
Yeah.
type stuff. Like I'm not super into it.
That's fair.
I don't know.
That's
I just find the genre kind of boring.
That's fair.
Personally.
That's fair. That's fair.
And I know you can make like D&D that's like, you know, like not that. Like you can make it themed something else. But like the one game I played, it wasn't themed that, but it was just, I don't know. It was kind of boring.
That's fair. That's fair. That's valid. That's very valid. Sounds good, Spacey. Have a good BRB. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid. Chat, if you're not following Spacey like basically plays the same games as I do. So if you like me, you'll like Spacey. It's a true story. It's true. Welcome, raiders. Welcome. Matt's my stream guest here.
Hi.
We're talking about what would we call this subject? We're talking about times where you have an opinion on something, and so like you say like, I like toast, and someone says, how dare you like toast? Toast killed my family and ate my sister. And like, you deserved to die because you like toast. And also the inverse of like, I don't like toast. And someone says, how dare you don't like toast? Toast is amazing and saved me and my dog from a fire. You should like toast. And you're like, well, I don't like toast. And so we're talking about times where we felt that we said something that we said we didn't like, and someone made you feel bad for saying that you're a bad person for liking it. And so that was kind of our... Are you not into the RP category? Grinds my gears! You know what I saw was cool? Was this D&D DM made a whole fantasy world in Minecraft for his party to explore and play D&D. Oh, that's cool! See, that's kind of fun. See, the thing with that, Kaya, I really like that, because I think I would enjoy that more, because people talk about, like, you know, D&D podcasts? Those, I know they're super popular, but I cannot get into them, because it's literally people sitting at a table talking about things that aren't happening. Like, I need, like, a visual of, like, oh, there was a dragon, you know?
I definitely think that's part of it for me.
Yeah, that's fair, that's fair.
In the same vein, also, I mean, the only time my dad, like, tried to get me to watch it was when I was younger, but, like, I was very bored by Lord of the Rings as well. Like, just, I like, fell asleep during one of them.
That's so valid! That's so
but, like,
valid!
It's not, it's gotta be the genre, because, like, if it's something that I find engaging, if it's a genre I find engaging, like, you know, people are like, some people are like, oh, I don't like things where it's just people, like, sitting around talking about stuff, you know, and there's too much dialogue, and, like, there's a lot of people that complain about that. That's not a problem for me.
Uh-huh.
It's gotta be more the genre, because, like, if it's, you know, I love things that, like, my favorite genres of games are visual novels and RPGs. Like, I love watching characters talk.
Yeah. As a DM, you have to cater the adventure to your players, so if the player is not enjoying the game, they need to work with the DM to find something that they would like. Sometimes it's about finding a different DM. You can't please everyone, it's tough. That's fair, Gib. Yeah, visual novels. Sorry, Matt, I interrupted you. What were you saying?
What was I about to say? I think one of the other things with D&D for me is that, like, the fact that it is, like, a make-your-own-story type thing, like, in a way, like, I know if you have a good DM, you can, like, you know, they can, like, steer the story in a direction that's interesting, but, like, the fact that it is kind of a make-your-own-story type thing, like, that's, you know, I'm not really playing, like, I'm playing games to experience a story that is, like, pre-written, you know, carefully written, and I don't really care about myself being a part of that, which is why I hate self-insert protagonists. I do not like self-insert protagonists. I like when the protagonist has an actual character.
I see.
So
I misclicked on something. Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, that's very fair. That's fair.
So that's kind of part of the reason too, because like, you know, I don't really want to like be playing a story that's like, you know, only kind of half written and the rest is up to me. Like I don't trust myself to make a good story.
That's fair.
Plus, I like recommending things to people, so like I'm not playing for a one-time experience.
Yeah. You're just here for the fun bits. You don't like having to improv and act and think as a different character. Is it what Gib is asking?
More so just that, like, I mean, you know, if I'm doing something like that, I'm there to just have fun.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I like carefully crafted experiences, you could say. You know, like, I just like stuff that's pre-written.
That's fair. That's fair. That's valid. That's valid. When have you ever invited me to watch anime with you, Kayla? I think that's fair. I think for me, I also think that's the reason why I don't think I would enjoy D&D. Like, I get invited by people to play D&D all the time, but I just don't like the thought of, like, thinking on the spot. Like, I really want to, like, think through my actions before I do it. And, like, I want to, like... And, like, I guess you could do that in D&D, but it's, like, kind of like a real time where, like, everyone's kind of relying on you to, like, make a move, and I don't do well with that pressure. And so that's why I don't think I would like D&D that much. Yeah. We mooch off of Andrew's Crunchyroll premium. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else I want to say on this subject matter? I don't think so. I don't think there's anything else. I don't smell a drop of gold here, any other treasure for that matter. Okay, the only scent you should detect in a place like this is the smell of sweat. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, that was a pretty good play on words there. Ah, Gummy, don't randomly jump into one of our dialogues like that. Were you eavesdropping on us, Detective Gumshoe? No, it's not like that, sir. Okay. Call of Cthulhu, but my friends played it with Graduated. I think, I like board games that are like D&D, but they give you, like, a straight-up... like, one board game that I really, really like is, Haunted House on the Hill. Like, that's one that I really enjoy. That's because there's, like...
I've only played that one once.
It's fun! Did you enjoy it?
It is fun.
Played it? Okay.
I'm thinking the right one, right?
Yeah.
It's the one where, like, it's, like, basically randomly assembled.
Yes, like, Haunted House kind of deal. There's, like, scenarios and stuff like that. With a D&D game where you just go into a dark castle, solve some puzzles, fight some enemies, and beat some bad guys, save the land, beat up your ally. Maybe. Okay, Gib. One, I think if it was a structured D&D game where it's basically like a board game like that, I think I would enjoy. But one thing I know that's in D&D is, like, you can do whatever you want. Like, that's a big thing about D&D. Welcome back, Spacey! And I think I would have to play with people that are structured. Like, one thing that I really don't like when, when I gave D&D podcasts a try, one thing I really didn't like was when the DM would be like, oh, you enter the village, and there's an old man who lives at the end of the village in this black house, and there's like a shop to the side that's selling oranges, and there's like a playground where there's children playing in the field. And then there's always like those one or two players that's like, I'm gonna roll the dice to see if I can successfully steal the oranges to throw at the children from the rooftop of the church cathedral. And I'm like, I can't stand players who are chaotic like that. Like, no, we're gonna go to the old man at the end of the village that lives in the black house at the back of the street. Like, that is the objective that the DM has clearly outlined for us. But this random ass player is gonna go and do, like, some crazy shit. And, like, everyone's like, oh my god, it's so funny that they do this. I'm like, that's not fun for... One, it's not fun for me to watch. I hate that because it detracts from the story. It's like doing a random side quest without figuring out what the main quest is first. And two, I don't think I would enjoy playing around people like that because I would want to be, like, I'm very, like objective oriented. Like, I'm very, like, I want to do the thing that is clearly outlined for me to do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's also why I don't think I would enjoy D&D that much.
I would be that type of player if I got bored. That's how I am with, like, games like that. I do that with, when I lived with my roommates,
Yeah.
we would have like poker nights, and I would just get bored of poker after like an hour. So I just like start all-inning and doing like funny stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, I would just do like stupid shit.
Mm.
And that's the same thing. I barely remember the game of D&D I played, but like that's kind of how it was.
Yeah.
With like, you know, I got bored and I just started like, or maybe I died early. I don't even remember. I don't know. I just got bored and was like, you know, like if I get bored of it too quickly, because like there isn't much going on. It's just like, you know, someone's telling you what's happening, but it's not there.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, you know, if I get bored of it, and like I can concentrate on things when I'm locked in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my attention span has been ruined, but you know, if I'm locked in, I can focus.
Yeah.
But if I'm not, I'm like waiting till it's over. I'm like,
Yeah. And that's all those reasons why I don't think I would enjoy D&D. That's fair, Gib. I think the problem with that, Gib, is like that takes time to find a group that you vibe with, and I don't have that kind of time, you know?
mm-hmm.
That's part of it, too. That prosecutor we met at Gatewater Land seemed to be pretty active. Well, he's not a prosecutor anymore. See how everything just naturally balances out? Okay. Hey, you're not going back to Alabasta already, are you?
You should examine the ladder over there.
The ladder? Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to that. A ladder. Actually, that's a step ladder. And they're exactly the same thing. No way! From the structure, they're totally different! But of course, from the thief's perspective, the best kind of ladder is a rope ladder! Oh my god, they made the ladder reference. A step ladder is much too heavy to carry around after all. And from prosecutor's perspective, any type of ladder is guilty of being dangerous during an earthquake. So true. So true, bestie.
You know, I feel like it's out of character for Edgeworth to be the one who says that step ladders and ladders are the same thing.
Yeah, I agree.
He's the one who would want to differentiate.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that. This... Actually, never mind. This ladder dialogue I know is very like prolific through the Ace Attorney series, but the one that sticks out in my mind is the fan project of the Hello Kitty and Ace Attorney crossover on YouTube. It's the only one that comes to mind whenever I see this ladder dialogue. Yeah. That's fair, Gib. My nader. What happened, Josh? What happened? Explain. Explain to me right now. Yes?
Josh just sent me a DM.
Do I want to know? Josh's antics are very on a... Do I want to know?
He just got a really good run in Balatro.
Oh my god. Is there anything else I should know about? Oh, that's right. You know what I found in the office? A wooden bear carving. It's so cute. Can I have it? Huh? Can I? No, of course you can't. By the sound of things, it appears that there has been no progress in the investigation. Okay. How about you, Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth! You look like you're enjoying yourself, Detective. Well, I don't have that much else to enjoy as much as a good investigation, sir. So, what did you find out? Ah, well... Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha. I take it he has found nothing in a particular use, as usual. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I got something really interesting from Ambassador Paleno. Oh? And what is this something interesting? This, sir. Ooh. Wow, that's so pretty. I'm so jealous. That's a real treasure right there. Why does the flame burn green, detective? So apparently if you burn the special wit crystal oil that they only make in Babal, it burns green color, sir. Interesting. So it's a special property of the oil. I suppose this is a ploy to force people to visit Babal should the oil run out. Hey, Gummy! What about these silhouettes? They stuck some cutouts on the outside of the lantern so it'd project the images. Ew. Hi, Yaka! How are you? Yes. Though, Yaka, we have slowed to a crawl. Like, I've been on the last case for 3 streams now.
And this will not be the last.
This will not be the last! There's something I want you to investigate for me. Do you think you can do that much? Uh-huh. You got it, sir. Hey, that's not fair. Why is Gummy getting to do all the fun stuff? Ah, well, that's because I'm Mr. Edgeworth's partner. Ah, I can't believe you took advantage of the confusion and stole my role as assistant. I expect the two of you to get along and work together like professionals on this. Ooh. Alright. What about you? What do you got going on? There's a sign here that... Oh, that's not... I don't want the sign! That's not who I want to talk like. They're really going out all out, huh? Yes. More tourists and visitors. Sounds good. But what did they do with the new stuff that they're building? Hey, do you think that they should... what they should do at Mr. Edgeworth? How about transforming it into a courthouse? Hey, be serious. But I was being serious. Okay. Okay, Mr. Heleno. Ah, so you're back now, are you, Mr. Edgeworth? You must be tired. Here, with these, you can eat whatever you'd like. And these are... they're coupons! Discount tickets for our cafeteria. They open tomorrow at 10 in the morning. I appreciate the concern. However, these coupons do nothing for me right now. Okay. This open-air stage, what function does it serve exactly? Well, normally, we use it for a variety of events. It's all to attract the extra bit of attention to Babal. I heard that tonight over in the Abelistian Rose Garden. Ambassador Alba was to give a speech. And you know what? Manny told me that I really should give a speech too. Mr. Cochin told you that. Yes, he did. Which is why I thought I should give a speech of my own. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to. Because of the fire the Itagarasu started? Exactly. Oh. Ambassador Paleno, I'd like to ask you a little more about the Primadux statues. Oh, I see. Well, let me ask you this. Did you know that the Balastian and Babal used to be one country called Cadopia? Yes, I know that much about your history. Well, the Primadux statue belonged to the founders of Cadopia. At least, that's how the story goes. It was bequeathed unto the king of Cadopia as a symbol of the country's wealth. So it was meant as a symbol of sovereignty and the right to rule, I take it? Yes, that's right, which is why both countries are so adamant about their claim. We hold the real statue, therefore we hold the right to rule, is the reasoning. It's pretty petty when you think about it, though, I suppose. But if frick my life! If Alabast and Babal were to re-establish relations, shouldn't that put an end to all the squabbling over the statue? I have no reason to believe so. The Primadux statue is even more important now as a key to diplomacy. I wonder if the Ambassador Paleno knows, well clearly he doesn't, about what happened to the very important key to diplomacy. Perhaps I should try showing him the key and see what he says about it. Okay, first, Manny Cochin. Ambassador Paleno, there's just one thing I'd like to ask you about. Yes? Oh, don't worry. You can ask me more than just one thing. How about 2 or 3? In exchange, I expect you'll be coming to Babal, yes? Thank you, but just one thing is all I require. Manny Cochin, I'd like to ask you about this man who was your secretary. Sure, I'll tell you what I know. Thank you for your cooperation, Ambassador. He was, well, if I had to put it in one word, he was an able man. If there was ever anything I needed as an ambassador, he was able to get it for me. To think that a man like that had a hand in a smuggling ring right under my nose, going completely unnoticed. Actually, I suppose because he was an able man, I was unable to detect his dirty dealings. Sounds like Mr. Cochin had a very sharp mind. Recently, Manny had been really busy. Since I became the Babalese representative at the country's Unification Council, he's been working tirelessly to cover my work for me. I'm sorry, but what is this Country Unification Council? Oh, well, you see, had tonight's events proceeded without a hitch, our two countries were to reunify and become one again. But I guess with how things turned out, that dream won't be realized anytime soon. Oh, that's kind of sad. I suppose not. Alright. Present him the statue. Got a pretty butterfly pin on him. Where's the statue? Oh, it's right here. Present. Ambassador Poleno, if you could please look at this for me. The Permaduck statue sitting in Alabas right now actually belongs to Babal. So it would appear. I received a call from Miss Von Karma about this earlier. Then you will understand why I wish to inspect Babal's Permaduck statue immediately. Because the statue currently in your country's possession. Yes, well, I've already inspected it myself. And it is definitely Alabas statue. I know because it's the real statue. Ooh, then you're saying Babal's was a replica. I'm embarrassed to say it's true, even though I knew that someday it would be exposed. I received my orders from the leaders of Babal, and I was to negotiate with Ambassador Alba at this event. I was to negotiate with him and fix the results of the evaluation tonight, to say that we could not determine which statue was the real one. Why are you telling me this? Well, because you already figured it out. Our statue is just a hollow gold shell. Even if Babal were to lose face, the reunification of the country is what's important. I'm right in thinking that, aren't I? I'm not making a mistake, right? If you don't know yourself, then I won't pretend to know either. I never thought that by being betrayed by my own secretary, the real symbol of wealth would be given to me. Isn't it simply ironic? Hey, where are you going? Are you headed back to Alabast? Yes, but before I do, I suppose I should give you a summary of what's happened. Oh, I see. So there's been a murder in both countries using an object from the other country. That's the gist of it. Babal is as strict as Alabas in their inspection of the people and things that enter their country, meaning that somehow both murder weapons were smuggled into the two countries. That's the only logical conclusion that can be drawn. Perhaps the key to the weapon smuggling is the person who traversed both countries. You mean the fake Yatagarasu? In one way or another, the Yatagarasu is connected. Of this I am sure. Now then, where was the Yatagarasu first spotted? I believe it was the Rose Garden on Alabastian side of the embassy. The garden is just on the other side of this boundary. It's where Ambassador Alba was to give a speech tonight. At least, that's where I heard that Yatagarasu had appeared. In that case, I believe it's vital that I investigate the Rose Garden post-haste. Wait, before you go, take a look at this, Mr. Edgeworth. But what is it? My guess is that's the guitar pick. I picked it up just now over there. Do you think it'll be of any use? There's a little water on it, but how did the water get on it? Doesn't look like there's anything it could get wet from around here. I was thinking, they have concerts here at this open-air stage from time to time, right? Alright, I'll find its owner later. Okay. Oh yeah, there's one more thing. Like that. Mr. Edgeworth, would you be willing to hold on to this? What is it? It's misused perfume. It's the bottle that the woman left behind and that I found 7 years ago. I thought that one day it'd be of some use in tracking her down. So I kept it safe all this time. Thank you. I'd be honored to hold on to it for you. Wow, smart girl. Okay. Where are we going? This way? We're having a real time of cleaning it up after the fire. I suppose we should stay out of here and investigate the stage more then. Wait, what? Where's the Rose Garden? Oh, this way. Is it out here? Saw the show just beyond these doors, but it's been quite a number of hours now. Mr. Edgeworth, have I ever told you that you talk like an old fogey? I was merely reminiscing. Is that such a crime? Rose Garden. I think I'll be returning to the investigation Alabas now, but... I know, I'll go back to Babal and do some more investigating there. Oh, here, okay. Rose Garden. Hi, Blake! How was your band practice? I see you're back, Miles Edgeworth. Oh, that's Francesca. How are things in Babal? Although I can't really say I expect much from Scruffy and that girl. The investigation on Tamani-Kochin's death hasn't really progressed any. However, the investigation to Yatagarasu has. Ah yes, the Yatagarasu. Even now, I find it hard to believe. A person who can freely traverse between the two countries at will? Preposterous. Well, that's what I came here to investigate. I heard that this is where the witnesses claim to have seen the Yatagarasu. That's correct. Ambassador Alba was to give a speech tonight here in Alabas. And that's when the Yatagarasu appeared. The shadow of the mysterious thief appeared, and just as suddenly it vanished. After that, there was the fire at the Babalese embassy, and the Yatagarasu started. I vow that not a single feather from the Yatagarasu shall escape my diligence. Woo! Investigation complete. Start. Okay, let me save. Okay, I don't think I'll play for much longer, because I haven't eaten dinner yet. And I'm hungies. A statue of a woman. I wonder what this if the lady is pouring water. It says that it's statue of the queen who spoke of love to the king Primadux. Well, Miles Edgeworth, it seems that you are lousy at reading a woman's heart. I opened my mouth about this statue and she somehow made it a leap to that. There's a light here. There's an overturned spotlight here. When the Yatagarasu appeared, the audience was waiting for the speech to start and panicked. I suppose that's when someone must have knocked it over. I'm having a tough time visualizing the mass confusion that took place here. I thought to use my whip to capture the Yatagarasu. However, there were people in my way, and I was unable to land even a single lash. I suppose that means some other poor saps were hit instead? Probably. Look how pretty that fountain is. There are roses scattered on the surface of the water, creating a pleasant fragrance. It's not just for aesthetics. The pool's water is also used to be putting out fires. I see. Oh. The pool stopped filling itself automatically. The fountain spouts are set to stay open until the pool's water reaches a certain level. If this water is used to put out fires, I suppose it must be refilled to its normal level, which suggests that this pool was recently used somehow in this embassy. I guess I'll take some notes about it just in case. Oh, what the frick? No! Ah! How dare you surprise me like that? I'm sorry. Oh, hey, Edgy. Thanks for what you did back there. Your gratitude alone is enough. More importantly, Larry, this pool is not for your personal enjoyment. I know that. Do you really think that I'm the type to just jump into a pool and swim around for fun? Alright then. Did you, by chance, fall into the pool? Nice guess, but no dice. So you know my son, right, Edgy? Your son? I guess I kinda lost sight of him when I shook hands with the ambassador. And I'm pretty sure he was around here when I last saw him. You imbecile, how can you be so flippant at a time like this? Are you going to do... What are you going to do if your son fell into the pool? And how old is that child of yours anyway? Huh? Oh, how old is he again? Larry, this is the first I've heard of a son. Who exactly is the mother? The mother? Oh, that chick, the pink princess. The pink princess? Miss Von Karma. I was a bit confused by this man's words for a bit there. However, I believe what he's looking for is the doll of the Iron Infant. Yep, because I'm the Steel Samurai through and through, heart and soul. And the Iron Infant is my cute little son. You have given a whole new meaning to the phrase, an astounding fool. Larry, we have not seen nor hide or hair of the Iron Infant, but rest assured that if we should find him, we'll let you know. Now get out of there. Sounds good. In that case, I'll go search over there. Wait! Edgy did a scary. Well, if it's not as if he'll get away very far swimming around in that pool. And although he's unrelated to the murders, he sure knows how to cause a lot of trouble. Ooh, look at this statue. This statue bears resemblance to the Primadux statue. The plaque says King Primadux in the battlefield. In order to save the queen, King Primadux put his life on the line and went to war. So Primadux was actually a person of royal blood? I thought he was simply someone imitating a character from an ancient legend. Well, what a surprise is that a real person who looked like the Steel Samurai existed. A foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams! I suppose that there's that too. More lights. Oh. A stool. I suppose Ambassador Alba sat in this chair. Ambassador Alba is very elderly. The chair was prepared for him should he have gotten the tired during his speech. In that case, why didn't he plan to make his speech sitting down in the first place? The ambassador is also quite prideful, that's why. He sounds like my old principal from grade school who'd speak at assemblies. Ooh, a stage. So this is where Ambassador Alba was to give his speech. The stage was set up nicely, however, there was an audience. Where's the audience supposed to sit? Oh gosh. Alto girl! Oh my goodness! Thank you so much for the raid! Welcome, raiders, welcome. How are you, Alto girl? Hey, y'all, grab your snack and press heart and join the choir, where the beats are bold, the vibes are cozy, and we're singing your truth all the way. Aww, the choir's here to serenade you with love and tunes. That's so cute! Such a cute raid message. Welcome, raiders, welcome! How are you? Oh goodness, thank you for the follow. Hi, I'm Jay, and I am here with my friend Matt.
Hello.
And we're playing through Ace Attorney. I guess I won't end stream just yet then. Jet sent us. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, Jet, thank you for sending Alto Girl here with the raid. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Thank you, thank you. I hope Hello Kitty Island Adventure was fun. How did you what were you up to in it? It's a fun game. I only played it once last week. I haven't been able to play it since, but I intend to play more of it maybe next week, I think. Thank you for shouting out Alto Girl. Thank you, Seven. How are you, Jet? How was your day? Raiders. Yeah, you did steal the banana, Josh. I'm going to give a fair warning, Raiders. We are on the last case of Ace Attorney Investigations 1. And so if you intend to play this game, before I continue the dialogue now, if you want to, you know, like, take your leave and leave the stream, I completely understand. This, just want to let you know, like, we're about, like, what would you say, Matt? Like, halfway through the case? Not even? Not even
no.
Oh, okay. We've been going very slow.
Yeah.
Thank you for the follow.
A little under, I'd
under
say.
half? Okay. I'm doing good, chilling, enjoying the evening. I hope you've been okay. I've been good. It's been a good Friday. Tried multiplayer. It's so much fun. Also spam new emotes we made in the... Ooh! Okay, I'm a big fan of the Gudetama one. That one's super cute. Aw, cute! I'm a fan. Alto Girl, hi. Aw, cute! And the eyebrows. That one's a fun one, too. Hi, Serial. Thanks for popping in, saying hi. Well, Raiders, welcome, welcome. Yeah, Matt is here because he loves Ace Attorney, and I need assistance. So, I like Ace Attorney games, but sometimes I'm just not that smart. And so Matt's here to help me get through it and have a conversation. Blake, are you driving in the snow right now? Have a safe drive home. Drive safe. Alto Girl, if you have to, like, raid and run, it's no worries. I know, I was about to say, I was going to end stream because I haven't eaten dinner yet, but I'll stream for a bit longer. But I know whenever I end stream, I gotta raid and run because usually it's Hungy's time for me when I end stream. So if you gotta go, don't feel obligated to stick around. I super appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. And Raiders, you're more than welcome to stay or raid and run too. I've been, I'm reading out the dialogue, so if you want to listen to me talk and listen to my voice, then yeah. Oh, Blake, no texting and driving. Tisk tisk. Be careful. Driving in the snow is dangerous. Tisk. I had to drive in the snow earlier when I drove home from work today, actually, and it was actually really bad. The roads are, like, at that point where, like, they're compacted into the road because people keep, like, driving over the snow and stuff. And so it's, like, really icy. It's, like, not a fun time. Yeah, Kea. Yeah, Kea! You tell him. You tell Blake. No texting and driving, Blake. We'll see you when you get home. Perhaps they were supposed to sit around the edge of the pool. That's such poor planning if there was no place other than the spot or two by the... Yeah, this is a very poor spot to put the stage. Like, why would they put the stage here and not in the room where there was, like, a play? Like, there was a straight-up play in the other room. Why didn't they do it there? So confusing. They really should have made seating arrangements, like how the gallery is set up in the court. Indeed, you can sense that consideration for the viewers was taken with those. So in the end, the speaker and his audience were to stand the whole time, huh? Yes, although I suspect the audience would have liked to sit down after a while. Okay, let's talk with Mr. Lang here. Have you finished checking out all the bystanders? Yes, sir! And we found 14 counts of pickpocketing, 16 counts of illegal parking, and 1 person ran a light, sir. Okay, Blake, we'll see you when you get home! Don't tell me that you didn't find out anything related to the case. Sir, not a single thing, sir. Well, for now, let's just get those other lawbreakers down to the precinct. Agent Lang. Well, if it isn't Mr. Prosecutor, I would just like to thank you for your assistance earlier. Make no mistake, it's not like I was trying to help you with what I did. After I left, did you receive word from Ambassador Alba? We're to wrap up our bodyguard assignment at the end of today. Oddly enough, we received word from HQ to return home on an urgent matter. As if I'd be so easily called away from this case after I've come this far. I swear I'll find the truth and drag it out, screaming into the light. You're with me on that, right, Mr. Prosecutor? Yatagarasu's appearance. This is going on your permanent record, Blake. You were working as Ambassador Alba's bodyguard at the time. So naturally, you witnessed when the Yatagarasu appeared, correct? Yeah, I saw the thief all right, with my own 2 eyes. The Yatagarasu was always there, lurking in the shadows. But when the spotlights were turned on for Ambassador Alba's speech, a shadow appeared. That's when the cries of, "It's the Yatagarasu," rang out. The next second, the spotlight went out. And by the time we got to the area lit again, the deft thief had vanished. When we investigated afterwards, we found that the reason the lights went out was because someone had unplugged the extension plug for all the outdoor electronics. Whether it was someone doing it on purpose, or simply a guest who had tripped over it, we don't know. But one thing is for certain, the Yatagarasu was here. So you're saying that, basically, all you saw was the thief's silhouette. Yes. Objection! If all you saw was the shadow, then it's entirely possible that the shadow belonged to someone else. True? Ha! Good thinking, sis. You just might be right. If it weren't for the fact that there was no one else with the same shape, with that same shape, not among the staff or the audience members. My men have already done a thorough check of everyone, so I know I'm right. Someone else's shadow. That sounds like a plausible hypothesis. The suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagarasu. I believe I figured out its true origin. I expect no less from my subordinate. Now let's hear what you know about the subject. What really casts a shadow that tells you. Wait, I'm supposed to know this. What really cast the shadow of the Yatagarasu? It looked like this. But is it this? I mean, this is the only thing that makes sense. The suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagarasu. It's not possible that this was created by this statue. Are you playing me for a fool, Miles Edgewood? This statue bears absolutely no resemblance to the shadow of the Yatagarasu. You are correct. However, the statue is but part of the whole picture. Oh yeah, with the other statue. What do you mean only one part? What is the other part of the real form of the Yatagarasu statue? How come I can't? Oh, there we go. This one. This one. It's another statue? The Yatagarasu's shadow was made from the shadows of these 2 statues. Maid, what do you mean by that? Right now the spotlights are all over the place. This is because they were moved when the guests were in a panic state. However, if we were to restore the lights where they were when the thief appeared, you believe that the shadows will create the Itagarasu's chateau. What's for dinner, Jay? I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna go check my kitchen after I end stream to figure it out. Precisely. Did you eat dinner, Matt?
I did.
What did you have for dinner today?
I had. My dad actually brought some stuff home that was pretty good from the restaurant. Well, first off, yesterday one of the things we had was he made eggplant in like kind of like in like tomato sauce. It was pretty good, but what we didn't have yesterday, and we had it yesterday with some couscous and chicken. But what he wanted for that was feta cheese, and we didn't have feta. Because it goes really well with like the eggplant thing. It's like a thing like his mom used to make.
Yum.
But so there was leftover from the eggplant from yesterday.
Yeah.
So we had that cold with the cheese as like an appetizer. So that was really good.
Yeah.
But he brought home he made stuffed pork.
Ooh.
At work. So it was like pork stuffed with mozzarella, tomatoes, and spinach. It was really good. And some potatoes.
Yummy. Oh, potatoes. I love potatoes. I can eat a whole Magikarp right now. Oh my gosh, 7. Had spaghetti, bolognese, and green beans and a breadstick. That sounds pretty good. I love spaghetti. I crave Filipino spaghetti a lot these days. I need to ask my mom to make me some.
What's like the difference?
So like you know how Italian like spaghetti is very like savory? It's like very garlicky. It's a very garlic taste to the sauce. Filipino spaghetti is more sweet. It's like it's a sweeter sauce, like a significantly sweeter sauce. So I think that's like the main difference between the two. What about the nene? Bolognese. Bolognese. Why didn't you say that in the first place? You're right, I apologize. What part of the statue was used? Oh, I don't know this. What part of the statue was used? The hands? I think the back of what's missing is our shadow. 5 long thin areas, correct? Now what does that remind you of? Ah, that's right. It can only be the shadow of the queen's left hand. Francisca, can I please adjust the spotlight's position so that it only shines on the queen's left hand? Alright, let's give it a try and see what we get. Wow, there it is. Bolognese! Bolognese! Bolognese. I never know how to say that word properly, so I've just resorted to saying it as Bolognese. It's yes, this is exactly with the shadow I saw. The culprit must have changed the spotlight's positioning beforehand, and then pulled the plug after the people saw the culprit wanted them to see. I'm not even Italian and I'm offended. Bolognese. 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 Am I saying it right? I don't think I am, Gib. I'm sorry. You get used to it. Satara's like, Gib, don't worry. Jay says shit wrong all the time. In their panic, the guests must have moved the spotlights around, which we can assume was also part of the culprit's plan. By the time the lights came back on, the Itagarasu's shadow had vanished, which means that the shadow was a construct from the very beginning. Bolognese. 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 You see, the Itagarasu never did visit Alabas tonight. The only country that the thief visited was Babal, although it can be assumed that the Itagarasu had an accomplice in Alabast. An accomplice? But who? I haven't figured that out yet, but I assume it was the person who has set up the show. I sense the biggest clue yet to solving this case is the existence of this accomplice. Yay! We did it! My life is back. Hooray. How's the investigation going? Ooh, I love this guy. I love this guy so much. Detective Bad, have you come to join us in the investigating the Itagarasu? I've left the murder in Agent Lang's charge. And my only target from the very beginning is the Itagarasu. So yes. So what have you found out? I got a piece of evidence. May I see it? Sure, but you might regret it. We're here because we're ready to face whatever may come. So, if you please. When people heard the commotion, bystanders started gathering, and one woman claimed, "I'm telling y'all, I'm a genuine international journalist." She gave me an interesting picture. A journalist? It's the frickin' green with the big hair. Well, actually, she's
green.
Yeah, she's green. She's a freelance cameraman. This is the photo I got from her. Whoa, what is that? What that? What in the world? The Itagarasu is flying through the air. The times are a-changing. It's not just man, but evidence. They lied to us now. When was this photo taken? Apparently, right after the fires on the 4th and 5th floors were put out. It was taken just from a nearby building that you can see the embassy from. I see, so this was taken after the fire. Interesting. The blur in this picture took off from Babali's embassy, flew over the boundary, and headed for the embassy of Alabast. This is simply not possible. People are incapable of flight. Is that a fact? I've had the pleasure of dealing with a case involving a flying person once. Actually, come to think of it, I've come across a case like that as well. 2, actually. Maybe it happens more often than we think. Am I up for the task of solving the mystery behind this photograph? Well, the Itagarasu took off from the Babali's embassy, so I should start from there. Franziska, I need to return to Babal investigation for a bit. Alright. Okay, I think this is a good place to save the game, chat. Oh, thank you so much, Alto Girl. Thank you for the raid. I'm actually going to... I was going to end stream around the time that you raided. But I really do appreciate the raid. I will probably raid out, but thank you again for the raid. I super appreciate it. Thank you, Jet, for bringing the lovely Alto Girl here. It was very kind of you to suggest me to raid. That is super kind. Thank you. Blake, welcome home. Blake, just in time for the end of stream. Well, I hope you had a good day in the thing, the band, the thing. Also, technically, Kea put me in more danger because I was hella speeding out of spite. Oh my gosh! Kea. Tisk. Blake, how dare you? My god. Okay, I'm gonna quickly try and find who we can really raid real quick. Yeah, shake my head is right, Kea. Any final words today, Matt? Any final thoughts? Comments?
We might need to lock in next time.
Well, yeah, I think you're right! I think you're right! I need to eat. Well, you know what I need to do, Matt? I need to eat before stream, because the thing that cuts me off is, like, I get hungry, and I'm like, okay, I can't stream for that much longer. And I hate eating on stream. Like, that's one thing I can't do. that I can't eat on stream, and so I just end the stream and then I go eat. I know, Sitara! I know! I never learn from my problems, Sitara. I never learn. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna go raid HM. Because HM's live. And HM, I love raiding HM. So raiders, if you would want to join me on this raid, I would appreciate that. HM is playing, Spooderman. Spooderman 2. Looks like fun. So I will see you all on Monday. I'll be back on Monday with Fire Emblem. I need to lock in on Fire Emblem too. That's a game I also... Matt, I've been playing it since Pride Month last year, and I'm still not done. I need to be better.
What chapter are you on?
I'm 2 chapters away from finishing, but I want to do the prologues. Like all of the prologues before I finish.
Oh, the paralogs?
Yeah. Oh no, not prologues, paralogs, my bad.
Have you been doing them like throughout and you just missed them, or have you not done any of them?
I started doing them throughout, but then I dropped off and now I'm trying to catch up, basically. So I got quite a bit to do. I think I have 2 more. So I hope to finish it. Yeah, chat. I'll see you Monday. If not, have a good weekend. Yeah, any final words, Matt?
Thanks for having me on.
Yay.
We need to lock in.
Yeah, we need to lock in. Okay, we will lock in next time, chat.
We need to get the investigations too.
We do, we really do. Okay, bye chat. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.